All right, guys, welcome back to the Imaxit YouTube channel. I'm your host, JD. If you're new, please do smash that like button, share, and definitely subscribe. I know it's early for a lot of you guys, but this is the only time I found in my day to get this completed. We're going to go through both post matches of the coach and also go through the 7 takes of yesterday. All right, winners and losers. So we're going to get everyone involved, and then I can wrap up this thing for the rest of the day. So hopefully you guys leave your thoughts in the comment section as to which point of the video you wanted to react to, and hopefully you are having a good morning as well. All right, so I'm just going to bring up the secondary screen right here, and then we can start. Obviously I'm going to keep Hallgrimson's his name on the face on the screen, at least for now, but I will still go through BJ Callahan first take on the game, and then play Hallgrimson right after. All right, obviously I'm having some trouble because of the audio that I pulled out. I'm going to put it back in for these purposes so I can play the things through my phone. I think it comes through a little bit better. So hope all is well with you and all the family. All right, so we have Kevin, massive respect. Property for sale, massive respect. Johan's, big up yourself. Tyrone, oh you doing, man? Stefan, big up yourself, man. Alric, massive respect. All right, Chevan, massive respect, and Island Cart, massive respect. All right, anyways, let me just get straight into it. All right, I'm going to give my take. So listen to my take separate and apart from what I'm reacting to. All right, total different things. All right, yes. So let me go through BJ Callahan take on the game. All right, so I'm going to try to turn it up. 1 second, guys.
Today, Coach BJ Callahan. That will take your questions, please. So you know the process, you know how it works. Raise your hand here in the left, first row. Sorry.
Thank you, Coach. On the personal side, it was
like, and I'm going to just play it straight out, guys. I'm going to play it straight out.
This team after what we saw on Nations League. On the
both interviews are on the channel. You can go and listen to it separate as well. All right.
Side, how do you came back from it? How do you spoke with the team at halftime? What did you change in your first moment of, I don't want to say crisis, but a tough moment?
Yeah, I mean, I think for us, we're confident in the processes of how we prepare for the game and how we, talk as a staff and talk with the players to make adjustments. So in terms of the feeling in the locker room at halftime, it was calm. We knew it was clear what we needed to do. And as long as we were able to give that information in a calm way and in a clear way for roles and responsibilities, I think you then saw a good second half performance by the group. Question B, here.
Paul Tenorio from The Athletic. What is your takeaway from this game? Do you try to highlight more of kind of things that went wrong in the first half and kind of use that as a reminder and motivation for the rest of the tournament? Do you look at kind of the performance in the second half when you guys were able to push the game and eventually find the equalizer? What are you thinking through right now as kind of like your big takeaways from this result?
For me, the biggest takeaway is the same exact thing we've told the players throughout this tournament, is that our goal is to just get better each day. And so we're going to, we were able to get better in this game, and we're just going to continue to push to get better. We always knew that this was going to be a strong opponent. It's a very talented Jamaica team that can hurt you in many different ways. So again, there's a lot of learning moments for us. And at the same time, I think there's a lot of great responses that we saw tonight. So we'll build on the positives and, again, continue to navigate group play one step at a time.
Coach Robert Williams from IRFM in Jamaica. You said that you had confidence in the process, and so your players were calm when they went behind. Was this confidence one that would be coming from behind rather than going in front?
Again, we just look at it from our preparation. We felt good with our preparation, with our game plan, and we know that if we just continue to work and work together and communicate with one another, whether we're up a goal or down a goal, we're just going to always be looking to get better each time. So, and each challenge that we're presented with.
John Hart. Okay.
General with ESPN BJ. I wanted to ask a little about your squad selection today. You had a mix of experience and younger players as you have on the entire roster as a whole. What went into some of the decisions where you're kind of trying to sprinkle some of that experience? And I'm thinking of the midfield specifically with Aiden and Sands next to each other when they're, maybe some other players with experience in that same line. What?
And guys, please go and listen to these interviews separate, because you have this brother named Otis or Oris or whatever his name is. He is one of the most delusionalist person I've ever met in my life. The guy came back under my comment section saying that I got exposed because the coach said what he was saying. Brother, go and listen to what brother said. He needs to listen to his own word, because he came here bigging up himself, saying that he's a coach. He needs to listen a lot more. And if he is my kid's coach, I want my kid to stop playing football instant. Yes, because some of these people are just hyped up and like to make themselves sound good. So I'm gonna go through both of them. All right. Yes, the guy was so confident in his actual process rather than Jamaica, what Jamaica could have brought to them. All right. And he knew what he needed to just continue what he was doing from the first half in the second half. Maybe indirect players here and there, and he thinks he's going to get over the line just the same. But he did admit, as to what everybody admits, that our team is talented. Nobody could shy away from that. But I'm just loving reality. So let me continue right here.
Did you feel like they were the right ones for this one?
Yeah, so I think we look at this from the whole thing is we're trying to get everybody experience. And so, I think we have a plan put in place so that how we're going to navigate group stage with all of the players and where they are individually in terms of fitness and the ability to recover. So I think as we continue, everyone's going to contribute to our success. And I think you saw that tonight with guys, coming off the bench, stepping up, and in different types of circumstances. And then
Moseno is er.
One second. We're getting a little ads.
Als je wil lenen en investeren bij elkaar.
That's who we are. That's what we're about, and we look to continue to do that as we continue to navigate group play here.
All right. So he gave his point. I'm going to go over to Hallgrimson. Guys, please go and check these videos separate. Make your own conclusion under the video. All right. I'm going to Mr. Hallgrimson now. But let me take the comments. And as a comment, smash a like button, share, and subscribe. Love the support that you guys gave the channel yesterday. Obviously, we are building back to where we were. And we have to continue doing that. But we have to keep on stepping on some of these people's necks. You get me? Because a lot of them making Jamaica not reaching places because the attitude that they have. They always try to find an excuse for actual failure from time to time. Not this point. The point coming in this one is not a failure. I'm going to explain myself. But some of them set so low standard, so you can't even speak. So slavery is still, the slavery mentality is still in Jamaica, which is very sad. And our brain cells, which is very sad. Dark Beskar, big up yourself. Ardell, how you doing, man? Michael Thomas, massive respect. John Powell, how you doing, man? Good game yesterday. I wouldn't say the game was a full good game, to be honest. Big up yourself, Minister. How you doing? Hope all is well with you and your family. Top of the morning, Xavier. How you doing, man? Derek G, how you doing, man? We are here. We're chopping up everything that we said we wanted to chop up. All right, yeah, man. And we're going to open the panel so CC and that guys them come on. Yeah, man, massive respect. Skillish says 062. Okay, Skillish, leave the coach alone, all right, until we're ready to chop it up, because we want everything is coherent enough. Tennessee, your brother, big up yourself. Massive respect. RR and Brian Burke on the ends. I'm officially fed up with this coach and Leon Bailey. Who the hell give Leon control to do what he wants? All right, we're gonna get into that as well. Southcry said, coach, go and find something to say to the team that will help the team keep the ball. Okay, he's okay. No, I'm not following up no man, Chevron. It's just I had to put it in my statement coming forward. You get me? Because a lot of them come here to try and paint a narrative. You get me? Yes. So we have to deal with it. They warrant that 3 seconds of fame, so we give it to them. Willow, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Madness in my talk. Yeah, but Yeah, believe me, I don't even need to speak with that guy. He speaks with himself, makes a channel and talk about his stupidness. You know? Yeah. Embarrassing, man. Sometimes it look like I'm trying to go further and further away from giving people time to speak. Yeah, it's very sad, guys, but that's what it's pushing me to, because some of these guys have their agenda rather than making sense. You get me? Because even when the facts saying it, he's still saying something different. Um, Real Astute says we're going to talk about Leon Bailey. We don't want this to be about Leon Bailey or centered around him. You get me? We're going to talk about it. Shakpo, big up yourself. Then we have Nicky's in the building. How you doing, Nicky's? Hope all is well. Juan Spence in the building. Kush, how you doing, man? Hope all is well. Mr. Revolution. Um, well, Mr. Revolution, we are going to discuss the game. Let me stop discuss individual, because we have to go into the 7 things we've learned in that game as well. So let me just move on to that. All right, yeah, man. Let me go to the coach now. Let me break down the coach one. All right. Remember, we only have 2 hours. You know, we only have 2 hours. All right. Dancehall topic. I'm going to try and get the Trinidad game. That's why I'm trying to done this thing. This 2 hours, so I can get some time with my family then to come back, because you guys are definitely giving me overworking me. Now make sure this video on 65,000 likes, you know, because there's so much requests when they're giving me 50 odd likes on the video so far. Wow, you guys are not doing good.
Press conference for the national team for Jamaica, the coach Hallgrimson. So if you have a question, you can answer.
Coach, 2 competitive games in charge, and I'm sure you have mixed feelings. The first one was, head twice in the Azteca against Mexico, and today, conceding from a winning position. So in isolation, 2 pretty good results against the 2 top teams in Concacaf. But do you see it that way, or do you see it more as like a missed opportunity?
Yeah, just hold on a minute, guys. He's coming in.
It's on. I know. Well, I think looking at it after the match, it's kind of 2 lost points. You feel that way when you have the victory. In retrospect, I think though a draw was fair, so we cannot complain. We said before the match that a point would be a good result for us. A first game in a competition like this, it is important you don't lose, because then the second match is going to be a do or die match. So, yeah, the feeling is 2 lost points now. But in fairness, I think both in Mexico and this one, even though we could have and should have maybe won, a draw is a fair result.
All right, so he stops it right there. They gave him the opportunity, the countless opportunity, to say that it was 2 points drop because he was the better team according to this delusional individual, right? The guy tell you, based on the pattern of play, the draw was a fair result. All right, the draw was a fair result. That is, in other words, to say that maybe you and the team was even at best. All right, at best. And that is exactly what we saw. He's going to go into the detailing now. Please go and watch this video by yourself. All right, please go and watch this video for yourself as well. But I am just reacting to what he said right there. All right, obviously they were leading in both times, so you come off as you lose 2 points. But based on the pattern of play, it is a fair result. I thought the same about the Mexico game, and I thought the same about this. I think it was a fair result. We were lucky to come off that field with 1 point. We were lucky to come off that field with 1 point. Yesterday, go back and watch that game, because I watched it one more time. We were lucky to come off the field in the balance with 1 point. So I agree with him there. I have points in this video where I disagreed with him.
And I have to give, and I want to give US credit. There was a lot of energy in their team. I think that was where they had the upper hand. They are in season, a young, energetic team. A lot.
So he's discussing where he thinks they are the upper hand. If let me know if you saw it. He said they have the energy, they have a higher energy than us, and because they're in mid-season. He talked about it before, so that we give him credit. He did say he think they're going to come out difficult to deal with because they have the upper hand. They are in mid-season and they're playing their games and they're fighting for position in the main team. So that itself will make them much more tougher to deal with. All right, so that's what he's saying here.
Our players are coming from a break from their season, so I knew this game would be tricky, but I'm really glad we came out of it without injuries, and I know we will grow as we go in the competition. So I'm quite happy. I'm quite happy in the end. Tomorrow, I think I will be more happy than now.
All right, so he pretty much says he's happy with the point. He's happy with the point. Are you happy with the point? Because going into this one, I was happy to take a point in the game. I still believe that we are the better players and we should be the favorites going in the game, even on their side, because it's their third string team. So I was happy with the point. But and after the game finishes, I was still happy with the point. I was actually happy with the point after looking at the game a second time, because we were lucky to come off the field with a point. We could have easily well gotten 3-4-1 or 4-2 yesterday. We could have easily well gotten 4-2 yesterday. Obviously, it's a lot of reasons, as what Ishmael said, put it in context, players coming off vacation and energy is not high. But it goes to tell you that the next team was the better team. So I have deaded that conversation that the man said the opposite. The man literally said that they were the more energetic team. They controlled phases of the pitch. If you have 3/3 of the pitch and if you control 2 of them, I am wondering how the next team can be better than them. So it was very clear that the man giving you said, okay, we're going to be better with time. We're going to be better with people getting up to speed, but this was not the game. The Americans were going to be hard and difficult, and they are, and they were. And they were slightly the better team, and we were lucky to come off with the point. I am happy with the point, and I tend to actually agree with him. I was happy with this point, and if you go back and watch this game again, you are not going to say anything otherwise, because really and truly we barely created chances as well. We barely created clear-cut chances. All right? Yes. So let me move on now. Massive respect with the super chat right there. Let me take the comments because I don't want the comments to run over. All right, but I'm loving when I say something and everybody disagree with me, and then when reality comes out, you have to give me my respect. All right. Thanks to the super chat says Jamaica really dash away the game. All right. There is context to this. Players coming off vacation playing against players in mid-season. But Ishmael, it's the context. The conversation was who were the better team, and it was United States the better team on the day. And the reason why we are so upset is because of the quality that we did have on the field. But after me watching it, I agree that a point coming out of this game was fair. But the guy was trying to make it look like we don't know what we're talking about, which was a complete lie. You understand me? Kevin, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Nobody can tell me that Gray isn't a world-class player. The man is a gem. Listen, if we want to win, we have to get Antonio the ball. Yeah, Antonio fight to get back in the game, and it's fair. And the dentist is not a good coach. So Revolution already made up his mind on the coach so far. Jamaica offense not clicking. I think they did well last night in the offense. We're gonna go with our 7 takes, but we wanted to get some comments. I want to finish the interview. Interview is separate there. Let me make sure to share the interview to you, so you can go there and click a like on it to get it to 100 likes, and then you return back to the video. All right, so let me just get you the link so you can just go there and return back, and then watch it after. All right, because we're honest people, guys. We want Jamaica to do good, but we have to start from identify the problem so we can ask the coach the right questions, and then he can put it in the back of his mind to improve what he's doing. You get me? So that is our reasons for being here. We don't just here to be a fan. I am not here to be a fan. I'm here to be a realist and talk the truth. All right? Yes. So I've dropped the link 2 times. You can just rush go over there, guys. Drop a like on the video to get the visibility on it, because we posted it from last night. And then Um, you can come back here. We are going to be here for 2 hours. So if you drop a like on it, 40 people go over there, get it to 100, it will stay in the algorithm there. All right. Leading 2-0, couldn't see the USA coming back. Based on the pattern of play, Warrior, Jamaica would be favourites 2-0, but I would not say USA couldn't find a way back because we had never gotten control of the game at no point. And that is my biggest concern right there. If we had gotten control in periods, patches of the game, then I could say that to you. But clearly his attitude was to surrender possession as well and press in key areas. That was his attitude going in because he knew that the players couldn't go toe-to-toe with United States because of the condition that they were in. You have to start ask question why they were in that condition, why they took 3 weeks off. You understand me? But it's okay. It's okay. But he gave the same statement, Warrior. But I am not saying that we win the game with 2, but we would have been in a better position with 2. That's what I would say. All right, we would have been in a better position with 2, but I was not confident in we still winning that game being 2-0 up because we were not the better team. They were constantly creating chances right throughout the game. Right throughout the game, they constantly created chances. All right. After rewatching the game, we didn't create any opportunity in open play. So the point is a fair result. Totally agree. Totally agree right there. Totally agree. This is the best thing that happened to Jamaica because now we can win now. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. Tennessee said, I am not happy with the point, JD. I am satisfied with the point based on what happened. Yes, that's what I was pretty much saying, Tennessee. I am happy with the point based on watching the game and how it played out. We faded off big time. But tell you what, we're going to let him speak. I just wanted to get some comments in. They were the better in the second half. Freedom Vlog says, all right, fair enough. And Damari was quality. Flavor D sound. Good morning, JD. I'm okay with a 1-1 draw. It's better. Yes, but we were saying that we are okay with a 1-1 draw from day one. You understand me? Because that puts us in a position that it is in our hands to qualify. Maybe it's not in our hands to qualify first because obviously if United States dump up St. Kitts 6-7-0, it's going to we might have to outscore them 6-7-0 as well. And I want to say that I think United States is more in sync than us, and I don't think we are going to reach the same sync level as them throughout the entire tournament. You understand me? But we have quality enough to score goals. But I am not 100% sure that we are going to score more goals than them. So really and truly, let's see how it works out. I do believe that both of us might finish on 7 points. I do believe so. So even though I'm upset, I'm still believing that. Obviously, the Trinidad game, after tonight result, if Trinidad beats St. Kitts, it's going to be problematic for us just the same because Trinidad has to come up against Jamaica, and it all comes down to what happened in that game. That was USA B team, and we couldn't win. Bailey missed both chances. Absolutely no excuse. My chance says Jamaica with this talent should be creating chances all night. Agreed, my chance. That is an American. Dwayne Thomas, bless up yourself. Thanks for being here. All right. Brian Burke says JD, I agree that the outcome was appropriate, but he has a coach should have managed the game. Substitution and lack thereof was questionable. All right, fair enough. Alric says, I think the midfield was not creating enough, and also the team is not fully fit. But the problem is, Alric, we never put midfielders on the field to create anything. We put midfielders on the field to actually stop the problem, stop the plays of them controlling in midfield. But we never had any midfielders to create from that point. We had 2 versus 3, Alric. So that was the difference. So you can't blame the midfielders. I thought Latibodier and also I think Latibodier and also my boy was pretty much fair. They were fair, Alric. They were fair. All right. Who made the goal score? Balakar. I know so football go. And so football go with the goal score or whatever. All right. Football go about everything that happened in the game. Big baller, Benzema. What you think about Lambert performance last night? I thought that Lambert was one of the better players on the field. Big baller, I'm very sorry. He never looked like a USL player. And most of the other players never look better than him. And I told you guys about that kid. He comes in and play hard. Yesterday he tried hard. Obviously, you could see that sometimes he couldn't get to certain passes. Get to certain people. But obviously, the United States, their players were in sync last night. They were better than what I expected. All right. And that was very evident for the first 2 minutes. Go back to my watch along. And I said, this is not going to be an easy night for Jamaica. You know? The way they just got through our all 3/3, or all 2/3, then the midfield and defensive third, and got inside within the first 3 minutes. Say no. These guys might not be as talented as our players, but it looks like we're going to be in for a rough night. Duckland says Bailey playing selfish and should get dropped. This is the elephant in the room. That little or not. No. Everybody here talking about that, but we have to talk about what the coaches said and everything, because we have to look at the mindset going into the next game. Because we don't want to be fixated on one player. You get me? And I'm tired of talking about these people, especially that camp of people. You know, I'm tired of it, man. You know. So I never wanted to center it around this. All right. First full game with this roster. Can't wait to see how the tournament goes. Yes, man. Case says we were poor. All right, we were poor. All right, Case says. No, Bashbalakar, we are going to show you who made the goal score. We are going to put it on the screen. We don't leave anything unturned when we are doing videos. So don't worry yourself. All right. You people think when players unfit it is easy, but Sean Sutherland, when I was here telling you that the guys them shouldn't take the 3 weeks off because it's going to be harder to come back, you guys said the opposite. So why you never take players? Then don't take none of the players them that had to take 3 weeks off and take players that were fit, because you had that opportunity. So Sean, you can't complain you can't have it both ways, Sean. I'm telling you, you can't have it both ways. We actually played a 4-2-4. Thought it should have been 4-4-2. Their intention, Cranky, was to play a 4-4-1-1 with Leon Bailey behind. He did stay behind Mikel Antonio. Yes. So it was a 4-2 in transition, 4-2-2-1. So that's how it looks, and that's why they got in between the wingers, the wide areas, them Bobby Reed and Damara Gray, and then try to expose our centre backs. You mean our central defensive midfielders. I'm gonna show you on the field. We're gonna get right there. Let me finish it up, because a lot of people putting in good statements in the chat. So let me finish the message.
Hi, Coach John Arlo with ESPN. Wanted to ask about Gray. You mentioned before the game you weren't going to tell us if he was going to start or not. He gets to start, contributes almost immediately. What did you see from him in the few training sessions that he had that made you think he'd be a good player to put in the starting lineup? And you have to imagine as well that the chemistry will only grow from here.
Yeah, exactly, and that is what we thought. We put him in. We could always take him off if he wouldn't fit in, but we have watched him a long time, talked to him, so he knew what we wanted.
So he's talking about Damara Gray.
What kind of a player he is. So I think in the end it was no risk playing him, but I think everybody can see as well that he will give us a lot. He gives us an extra dimension, kind of a similar player to Leon Bailey. So I think it just adds to our quality on our options as well as quality.
All right, so he was impressed with Damara Gray, which all of us were to be
here tonight.
He never looked out of sync. He looked ready for it. Obviously, I could say he got a welcome to CONCACAF moment with that body check when he flipped the ball over the guy's head and tried to get back to the ball, and he literally cleared him out. So so that was, I think, but Cranky, he was actually getting touches, and he was dominating over that left wing in that small patches. That was the only time Jamaica looked like they could take a patch of the game, when Damara Gray was on the ball and he was taking on people. And I love the fact that they were trying to get the ball to him because they realized that he was doing well on the ball. So kudos to them. But after the challenge, Stan Cranky, I can tell you, he looked like he was fearful of going into. Okay, in the second, but I'm saying he was very good in the first half until the tackle. That tackle was tough, and I thought that it should have been a yellow card. With it being a yellow card, I think maybe the approach from United States would have been a little bit different. So that's where I can give Jamaica a lot of credit. He was very good before that challenge. Once he got that challenge, he realized that he's not getting any security from the referee. So he literally tried to get more space and tried to get past them with only skill set, but not going into going close to them. You can see his attitude changes, how he takes on the players right after that hit, to be honest. I'm going to try and get the goals on the screen for you so you could see the goals, all right, and see the moments. But 1 second, let me just finish the interview right here.
Robert Williams, IRFM Jamaica. Coach, how disappointed are you, though, based on last couple of the games? You're in the driver's seat and then concede and not coming out victorious.
No, it doesn't matter what happened in the past, and it doesn't matter what happened in friendlies. When you come to a tournament, you would like to win, and of course, it hurts you to concede in the last minutes. Because I think in the second half we played the defense better than we did in the first half. So we were more like a unit, defended together with better movements in defense. US had more of the ball, but we were okay with that because there were openings that we were going to use.
He's going to tell you the problem now.
But I think overall, football is about momentum. We started the game really well, created some good chances, scored a goal early in the game, got a penalty on the 30th minute or something. And, you know, we with 2-0, the game would have been totally different. Instead, there was always this one goal, and you start slowly to protect that 1-0 advantage. And like I said, probably it was more energy.
Het leven is een avontuur.
1 second.
AG verzekert het.
At this stage in the tournament, in the US team than us, but we will for sure grow in that area as the tournament goes on. So I'm not worried. I knew this game would be, to have US in the first game was always going to be tricky, but especially if you think about the energy. Sorry, I didn't even. Your answer was how disappointed I am. Of course, I am. It was so close. Of course, you are disappointed when it's so close. But I respect US. They are the top ranked team in the nation, and the history between these teams is totally different. I think they have like 80% wins against 20%.
All right, so that's my problem right there. That's my problem right there. He kept saying that United States is a top ranked team. I respect his claiming, but we have to always factor in it's not the same side. It's not the side that you should like. It's not the first team. It's completely a different team. So obviously we know that they are the top ranked team, but you have to still factor in the quality of the players that you're playing. It's a second rated players. So that that should make you not feel as pleased to the result as well. He said that Jamaica does not do well against the United States, so a draw is fair as well. So he was looking at ways to look at the positives rather than the actual in-game right there. He said that he had some moments. They control the ball better than Jamaica, which that was very evident, but not to some. But that was very evident, and I love the coach said that out of his mouth. They said they're comfortable in areas of defending. I thought that's one of my takes out of my 7 takes. Thought that the line that they held for defending was good. Obviously, Amari Bell got caught out sometimes. Mariapa looked slow sometimes. Damian Lowe was rash at some time, but we expect that from Damian Lowe. But he was still good at the same time, because without him and stopping some of the recoveries, I can tell you that we would have been embarrassed yesterday if we never stopped some of those recoveries with Damian Lowe. So even though we can bash him of getting the early yellow card and could have been sent off, it was lenient under referee not to send off Damian Lowe after 2 challenges. All of the challenges that he made right after that in the first half, he could have gotten a second yellow card. You understand me? So Damian Lowe was good, one of the best players yesterday, but he was also bad in moments and could have cost the team as well. But it's a first game and he's coming from injury. He's coming from injury, so we don't want to bash him. I know, I realize how he plays. Once he's not fully up to the speed and can get to you, he becomes a little bit more aggressive. That's what I learned, because I said it before. He's going to be a little bit more aggressive, and true, he doesn't know how, he doesn't trust. Like, I'm not saying he doesn't trust himself. I think sometimes he never expected to be that fast in his recovery, and that's why he went in those challenges so fast. Like, he pretty much surprised himself yesterday how fast he got to the players them, because when he got to them, that's when he realized, oh, I am already there, let me try and break up. So he's in better condition than what we first thought. So we have to give him credit yesterday, and he's a man that turned up for Jamaica every single time. So let me give him credit. Damian Lowe, he did his thing. I think you're not going to take away the rash behavior from him. I think that's just him at this point. But he does put in some last ditch tackles. He stopped the split line between the two midfielders. I'm going to show you around 7 times in the game. He stopped the split line. Once it go through, any time out of that, it's a free opening for America, because the midfield was very much open. It was very much open. So Damian Lowe, he did well yesterday on the recoveries and blocking channels. He did well yesterday. All right. So aside from the big unnecessary tackles, he did well. You get me? Yes. Damian Lowe, he broke up all the plays all the plays. We have to give him his credit. I think it was a solid recovery work from him yesterday. So what he's good at, he actually does at the best yesterday. You get me? At his best yesterday. So we give him credit.
One more question, Coach. You would have had your game plan coming into this match. How effective you thought your game plan was going up to 90 minutes?
I think it was it worked really well in the first half. So we wanted to go at them in the beginning, just to switch on. So we did that. We had some good pressing moments. We won the ball high up on the pitch. We created some good chances. The negative side of doing that, we were a little bit open, and Blakey did two good saves in the first half. Just because we tried to push really high and there were spaces behind us. So there's always risks when you have a game plan, but this was our game plan, to start really high and then just see what happens. And after scoring, it kind of becomes automatic, especially because we didn't get that 2-0 goal. People start to be a little bit more defensive minded. But I think we will learn from this game. I think we will grow from this game for sure. Like has been said, the players are just coming in. So I think both as a team and fitness-wise as well, I think we will grow as the tournament progresses. Thank you very much, Coach.
All right. He talks about this is a style that he went in with, because maybe this is the only way he would have gotten an opportunity in the game. All right, because if he never went forward, after a time they would have traded just the same, and then United States would have took over just the same. So I get from it that he wanted to try and go forward and then go chances for chances. He admitted that Blake had to make 2 big saves in that one, but the problem what he never admitted, we never actually created no moments to make them make any big saves. We got the penalty because of Lambert get a kick in his chest. If the player never go at it, Lambert wouldn't score the goal. So it was a moment. The first goal was a bad line from the defender, a total bad line from the defender. If he just dropped 1 yard back, everyone would have been offside. So it was a preventable goal. And then the next one from Lambert was a penalty that was in an area where they weren't going to threaten, to be honest. They weren't going to threaten for real. You understand me? So really and truly, even though we went offensive, we never really create much in the game. We never really create much in the game in both halves, in actual both halves. Please go back and watch the game. We never created much, as what someone said, we never created nothing from open play. We actually scored from 2 set plays or stop balls. That's where we scored from. All right, yes, and where we get the 2 chances from. You get me? So I think it's a bit risky for me. I think we need to start create in the team. I want to see Jamaica create something from scratch and score a goal in the next game. I don't want the dead ball thing. Obviously, we will take it, but you only can be one of the best teams if you can create from actual play. We have not seen anything from actual play.
Moving to the soon questions. Jose Armando Rodriguez, you can make your question.
New wave. All we are doing is just acknowledging what took place on the field. I'm just asking if you're okay with that style of going forward, but not creating much on the day and not to rely on set plays as well. That's all I'm asking. If you don't agree with it, no problem. You said stop discrediting the thing. I'm just repeating what the guy said. So I think you will say he's discrediting the thing as well.
Two questions for you. The first one is on do you think you sent the message out there with the performance that you're here to compete to the rest of the Concacaf? And second, I want to ask you about Kevon Lambert, player for Usmnt. What did you see from him playing at this level? Thank you.
All right, so he's going to answer Kevon Lambert now, and they ask him if he puts a performance in, so the rest of the region can be like, you can say this is the coming out party for Jamaica's team. So like they're asking if you think that you're satisfied with the performance, it would be calculated as a coming out party for Jamaica. This is a perfect question for him to answer if you think it was a good game or whatever the situation is. Something that a lot of people ask. So you think that in the comment section, we have 300 people here. Massive, massive respect and thanks for that. Do you think it was a performance, that it was a coming out party for Jamaica? Let me know. Let me know, guys. You think so? He's going to answer right after, and he's going to give his Lambert take as well. I never changed the scoring. I still have Jamaica winning 1-0. All right, so what you said, yes or no? You think it was a come-out party for Jamaica yesterday based on how you saw them play? Are you satisfied with it? Let me know. All right? He's going to answer now.
No, it's you, the press, that would make the headlines. We're not sending a message. We're just coming here to try to do our best to improve. Our journey has a kind of a point in 2026, so we are going to improve until 2026. And you often say that success is not the destination. Hopefully, we will continue to grow after 2026, because success is a journey without a destination. So it's just continuing to improve. Kevon, yeah, I know what he can do. What he did better this game than I have seen him before was he was more aggressive. Started slowly, a little bit too casual.
Give him his flowers.
Before halftime, he improved as the game progressed. So I'm really happy with Kevon, like he played today. So yeah, big up for him, like they say in Jamaica.
Okay. He said big up for him, like they said in Jamaica. So he's applauding Lambert's performance as well. So as what we said, he played well, and he got another opportunity to say that Jamaica did well. He never did that because he knew, as what he said in the thing. So that's why I'm saying, why people listen to this and had the audacity to comment to me, said I should come and say sorry. The man literally said, got every opportunity to say we never played. We played good and we should have won the game. He never said nothing like that. He said the opposite. United States filled with energy, and really and truly they were the better team because they controlled 2/3. But they were satisfied to give them that opportunity because they knew the condition of their players. That is what the man said in the entire actual press conference. All right. And we need to give United States credit. That's what the man left with. And that's exactly what I said yesterday. And people said I don't know football. But the man said exactly what I said. So he's seeing it that way. Let me try and get Mr. Boss Cranky on the phone, because we don't have the link in. So yeah, we have to get Mr. Cranky on the phone, guys. Good morning, Sir Cranky, because I know it's early for you.
I'm an early riser, JD. I get up 4 o'clock every morning, except for weekend. And weekend I get about 6. So being early is not It's not something that I don't do. I do that really well. Military training.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I am okay now, but yesterday a guy came on and said it was one of the best Jamaica played, and I was trying to explain to him, but he was so confidently wrong. I had to go and dig deep to explain to him that, bruh, we never did nothing in that game. You understand? We defended well in the lines, but we still never had our best defenders. So we saw good things, which I'm going to name out our 7, but stop coming and lying to the people that we were the better team in that game. And you get me, because it's not true, you know. So yeah, I'm okay.
We were atrocious actually. So let me put in the context. I think people would give me a hard time being so negative. But first half we were in the game. Second half we were spectators, right? And here's the problem you run into, JD. When you play against a ball position team, you have to balance out the team and you flood your middle. Contemporary football is about controlling the middle of the field. Because if the ball doesn't go to the middle, it has to go wide to come into the box, right?
Yes.
So if you control the middle, which is the closest point to your goal, you're in a better position to be successful. I see people like Guardiola inventing this inverted fullback. People are using right and left back to go in the middle. They want to flood the middle of the field, control the game, rest on offense, not on defense. Because when you're on defending, you're chasing people 24/7. And they're not playing fast, they're walking the ball of the field. And when you're playing offense in football, as you know, you're not getting tired. You're happy because you're in possession. You have much more energy playing offense because you're at the ball, you're happy. You find the energy that wasn't there because you're not even feeling it. When you're playing defense, you're feeling it because you're chasing people and you're not enjoying the game because you're trying to trap back, you're trying to cut off passes. So I was frustrated watching the game, and I said so. I'm answering the stream because my concern, the coach got it wrong in his setup, right? The 2 up top to me doesn't work. Contemporary football, only Inter I can recall is playing 2 up top. People don't play 2 up top because it opens you up. So we only have 2 people in the middle of the field on JD.
Yes. But Cranky, remember the reason why he put 2 up top, which is one behind each other, but it's still 2 up top because he's a central forward and a striker. The problem is because he doesn't think Leon Bailey can offer that defensive output, so he's trying to get him on the field. At any cost.
I'm gonna get to that, JD. I'm gonna get to that, JD. I'm gonna get to that. Because not a bad way of thinking about it. I'm gonna get to that. So first of all, your job is to get a positive outcome. It's to win the game. And winning the game as a manager, as a coach, means you may have to take risk and may have to make unpopular decisions. If the people you have up front can't play the 10 in a traditional 4-3-3, and you're playing 2 up top, that means you have to have 4 people in the middle, and the 2 up top has to be versatile enough to go wide, to go in, to create the situation up top where they're running all game, and they're putting the defense left, right, and center, so it creates opportunity for you. The 2 up top we played, to me, was illogical, because the U.S. dominated position. We couldn't get close to them, because frankly, as you said, and as I've said, we're not fit, because we just came off vacation. At least some of the key players just came off vacation, so we're not truly fit. And I'm not going to blame the coach about people taking time off because they're not machines. They played, Amari Bell, who should have taken a break, that's why he probably broke down yesterday, played 40-some games in the championship, played a couple of games in Australia.
And I have to commend you, it's Cranky, because you said it. I heard you said it in a program that we are trying to push these players beyond certain level and they're going to break down. So I have to commend you on that.
Yeah, because game management in sports, you go to basketball, for example, people are into game management nowadays because they have done much more analysis and research on the body, what the body can take, how much rest you need, how much recovery time you need. That's why you have so much masseuse and trainers and everybody trying to manage the physical aspects of the player. Because the player can't function as optimum, it's going to create problem. And as the game progresses, you could see the legs going. And here's where I fault the coach. So I didn't agree with the initial setup of the team. Nor did I agree with the substitution. Nor did I agree with how you manage the game. When you realize that you have 30% possession, sometimes 20% in different pieces of the game, you have to change. The US was making substitution to try to create goal opportunities, and they're fresher than us, and they're bringing in wave after wave of players, and we have the same 11 out there for the longest time until Amari got hurt, then had to come off. Then we put on Burke. Now, when you can't have possession in a football game, right? I understand Burke is physical I understand he's quick. I understand he's pressed. But your job wasn't pressing in that game because you couldn't get close to them. You need a technical player to really get the ball to hold the ball up and give you breathing room and be able to create mismatch situation for the opposition. But you put Burke on to do what?
To release the pressure, because so what I've gotten from that Cranky, his system, he wants to stay by it at all times. He doesn't want to alter to stop something, because he said that's what he was going to do and that's what he continuously tried. That's why I take up Mikel Antonio to keep the width of the game and also give the same output of pressing. So that's what he wanted.
JD,
No, I'm not.
If your system is ineffective, if you're trying to impose your will on a team and that is not working, innovative coach, creative coach, deductive coach, strategic coaches will pivot. It's like in business, everything you do in life. If your product is not selling, the case, so keep selling the same product, or you think, oh, it's a good product, you have to change the product on the field.
Totally agree.
You have to change your setup.
Totally agree.
You have to rebalance the team. The midfield was wide open yesterday, and it wasn't just the midfield, frankly, because what they were doing is, when we pressured them, they switched. Our pressing was atrocious, frankly. It was all over the place. It wasn't effective. Apart from Lambert, who I think does a good job of anticipating and timing, and he dispossessed players twice when the ref called fouls and they weren't fouls.
Yes, agreed.
Our pressing wasn't effective. Apart from Lambert, who does that thing really well, and frankly, I didn't support Lambert playing, but I must admit, Lambert to me was one of the better players. And by the way, JD, I must say this, and I've said it before, Damian Lowe is underrated.
But
some people like
Cranky, what I said today, I said we need to give him his flowers.
But the point I'm trying to make is that Damian Lowe is underrated. So what people don't realize is, look, he's aggressive. Sometimes he's not composed. He doesn't play with that sense of, you know what? Let the player make the mistake.
He plays with too much heart, Cranky. He plays with too much heart for Jamaica. that is the worst, perfect way to say.
He has to play with managed aggression. And sometimes it's aggression that's not managed, right? But Damian Lowe covers a lot for Mariapa, people don't see.
Thank you very much.
At the same time, recovering to go cover for Lembikisi out, and covering for his right midfielder who's not in position sometimes. And one of the goals that they almost scored was him being in a position because he's trying to do too much. He needs to be more of an orchestrator and a last resort versus being the initiator of the defense to try to cut things off, right? Position your players in front of you to do certain things. If they can't do it, tell the coach you need to change them.
Yes.
But this narrative about we played well, people, please go watch this game.
Yeah, but Cranky, I just the problem is Cranky. I just believe, and this is why we're not reaching places faster, because this lack of standard thing, and always want to keep your ego in check. So you want to say something good. I think that is what holds us back from progression. Would you agree or disagree?
No, look. I mean, it's very obvious, right? In terms of who we are as a people, how we operate, how we view things. We're very biased in our perspective. We don't try to be objective. Some of us can be objective because we're so inundated with information and views that align to our own, and we think that's right. And we don't take the adverse view and try to marry to how we think and critique ourselves to get the best thing out of us. We don't do that really well as a people. Right? Okay. We were arrogant yesterday going to the game. We thought the US B team. The US don't have no B team. The US don't have no B team. They have A minus.
Okay.
Because the team that played the last Gold Cup was the same concept they use,
Yeah, but maybe the strikers, Zardes and DK was better strikers. So, to a certain extent, because they had more physicality.
JD, they have a conveyor belt of talent coming through JD.
Yes, that is no. I'm agreeing with you, but I'm just saying maybe people would say Zardes and DK because that's the excuse I got. Ariola or whatever, Ferreira is not as strong and physical as DK and Zardes, so that will actually help us because our defenders are more physical, which it actually helped us yesterday. But what happened to other players? The wingers coming in, they had a field day. So if you lock down one player, you still have two more to worry about. So I do agree with you. They have a conveyor belt and they're a top level team. And I'm gonna say this. I think USA is improving faster than the rate England improving.
Well, that's a tough one because because England at a certain level, right? And you can only go but so far.
But Cranky, the last time we saw both of them together, England never looked better than United States at all. United States should have won that game 2-0 easily.
I agree. And with the addition of Balogun, it's only going to help them. And just like us, how we bring in the new people, USA is not like us. You know, they don't have this thing narrative about local versus overseas. They just bring in the best players. They don't care where they get them from. They're just about outcome, which is I want to win. And look, we can complain all we want about this being a pickup team because it is. But the US team that played recently in the Nations League, none of those players they play overseas. They come together in a short window and they play, right? They only play 2 games and then they're off on vacation. So they're getting their vacation, but some of our players are not getting the vacation at the level that they need to recover from a long season.
Yeah.
But I went to the game yesterday thinking it would be a 3-2 game because I think I was very concerned about my defense, especially the center of the field. And the US, here's a damning stat. So we have these supposedly 4 stellar Premier League players. I wouldn't call them stellar. They're okay in the Premier League, but they're stellar at this, supposedly.
Yes, should be dominant at this level.
Well, you can't be dominant if you don't have the ball. That's the first thing, right?
Yeah.
You can't be dominant if your midfield or defense can't get to the ball. And here's the most important, JD, yesterday's game. We didn't create one clear-cut open chance from open play. And I said that last night. You go watch the game. So they had chance after chances, right? Blake, by the way, Blake played well.
Incredible.
I think his couple of saves were phenomenal, especially one
with his foot, right? The one with his foot when he's going the opposite direction. No. Cranky. No, we have to give him a credit. He moves his foot and he looks in a direction. I think he half meant it.
Well, okay, give him a bit of doubt. He made a save. It doesn't matter. He made a save. He was exceptional, as he normally is. I mean, we talk about his playing up from the back, but we don't want the ball to go into the goal. That's the main thing, right? And I was disappointed that we created no chance of open play when we had so much offensive firepower. And the coach has to revisit the construct of the team. He has to sacrifice one of those offensive players. I know who I would sacrifice, but he has to sacrifice one of those offensive players because you need to pack the middle more. The middle has to have more teeth and more bodies in the middle of the field, traditional midfielders to help progress the ball. Our position stats historically have been bad. We're bringing better players. It's still bad. So we're not doing something right. And JD was alarming, JD. So what I think it was clear on the right. When we get the ball in defense, Mariappa goes to Lowe. Lowe goes up wide to Lembikisi. The play stops. Lembikisi has no option but to go deep because Bobby's not there to receive it. Lati or Kevin Lambert is not there to receive it. Bailey's not coming to receive it inside. He has no pass to make.
Yes.
And the US is on us. How come the US, and here's the thing, we make the US look like Man City. How come when they have the ball we can't get close to them, but when we have it we can't keep it? Has anyone thought about that?
Yeah, because the 2 to the 3, but he said he was willing to sacrifice that. So are we? Because you know what I can say, Cranky, we can't say it's just this game. You realize that they never had any outlet in the actual. And people blame King in the Jordan. No, not in the Jordan game with the pressing, because Jordan pressed a little bit better than Qatar. You realize we had the same problem on the right hand side with the outlet. So is it that it's a system problem?
No, it's not necessarily a system, it's a player problem. So JD, here's
okay.
I'll say to JD, which is this. Okay, when Robert's on the field, we have some kind of house player.
No, I was coming to that, you know. That's what the question I wanted to ask, you know, because I wanted to say that because we have to sacrifice one of these forward players because we seem to just want big name players on the field, and we realize that we need to sacrifice one. You think that he makes a big mistake not bringing Ravel?
I think in hindsight, yes, but Ravel is not fit as we know. But what Ravel does really well, JD, somehow he plays a little short passes. He gives you a breather. He gets you to the game. He then can go long on a dime and find players. So he has that comfort with the ball, that caressing of the ball, and he's comfortable on the ball, and he doesn't feel pressure. None of our midfielders have that same comfort on the ball. They feel pressure. So if you can receive the ball with someone near back and lay it off or turn, then you're going to go back to your defender and they're going to do what? They get pressure, they're going to go long. And when you go long, JD, you turn the ball over, so you're now on the defense. constant. We can't keep doing this. We have to change something.
All right, boy. So yeah, man. Boy. I don't know how is it. You are at a different location, see the game same as me, and I'm fighting with 500 people yesterday about what's happening on the field. I know they said I love to prove points, so I go for everything to come and prove my point. I just go for the coach and say, watch out, the coach are gonna say the same thing, and I will go for two coaches. You know what the American coach said? They just needed to do the same thing in the second half, because if you created big chances in the first half and you're just poor because Sonora missed open goals, you didn't have to change nothing in the second half more than change the tempo of the art, because fitness levels dropped over time, as what you said, but it does not drop as fast as Jamaica, because Jamaica is the one defending, as what you said. So what he did, it injected. The only person it was at the back. At the back, he saw one problem with the defender, Long, which everyone knew that he had problems, and they brought in the kid, and the kid was exceptional when he came in, and the intensity even rose at different level. So the coach said, no, we just said we are going to do things in a calmly fashion. We're not going to panic. We're going to do what we have to do. The
only thing they didn't, JD, the only thing they didn't do was score. They're dominating the game. So if you only get to do score, you got to keep doing what you're doing, because you believe eventually you'll end up putting the ball in the net, right? If you play in a game, you dominate possession, you move the ball between the lines, you get the ball out wide, you get crossing the box, and we're poor, by the way, of set pieces, because they missed a couple clear headers they probably should have scored on, then why would you change anything? Now, if we had scored a second goal, it may have been a different game.
Yes.
And I want to touch upon that a little bit. JD, it's hard for you, even in your studio, to miss that rebound. Let me just say that. It's hard for you. Even in the studio sitting, not playing any football, to miss that rebound. It's hard to do it. It's easy to score than to miss the rebound. No, people miss penalties. I don't blame people missing penalties, because keeping out can move on their line, and they anticipate where you go, and then they get it right, they can save it. But when you get the rebound and you have no pressure, but there's nobody close to you, and I know it's on your weaker foot, but come on, you have to do better. And here's the problem, JD, because I had this conversation with the person's mentor, coach, whatever, and he said people bad mind. The player has not played well for his country. I don't want to go beat any player. He hasn't played well for his country. At some point, if he doesn't start producing, you have to have alternatives, JD. At some point, the player don't produce, but he hasn't produced. I'm watching game after game, and I was in Florida 2 years ago. I got beaten because I was the only person to say take him off when I was watching him play, because I was getting frustrated. And I was at field level. At some point, the player's not producing. People like Shamar plays good football. People underrate Shamar. Doesn't score if he should.
Yeah, but he presses and put players in good position.
His hold-up play is brilliant. His layup. In the first half, JD, is my frustration. So say you miss goal, JD. The kid had a ball. We're on a break. Antonio's sprinting wide to the left. He has the pass to play to Antonio. What does he do? Look like he's looking for change on the ground, JD.
No, but Cranky, I'm going to get to it. He lifted his head up. He actually saw them. It's the lack of ability to actually decide what you want. So I want to say that this brother, as I said yesterday on American stream, I think he's incredible overrated. He is incredible overrated. Not saying he's not a world level player or a Premier League player, but Liam Bailey is incredible overrated from Jamaican fans. He is at no level what you guys think. At no level. You have 20 years old in world football. More than 10 of them play better than Liam Bailey. He's not on that level that you guys think. I'm very sorry. At some point, we need to face reality.
So Jamaicans are very biased to local developed players. You hear the continuous narrative about local versus those who are nationalized. I understand it because you're closer to those who are local. You hear this view about JPL players should be in the team. I don't know which one, because I watched him play. I think Stewart is a good player, but when you step up a level, it's a different ball game. But I'll say this, which is people's got to judge people. Look, I don't want to be here bashing players and criticize them, but Bailey is always in the spotlight for some reason because he's a poster child, but he hasn't produced. I've watched him play. He has to do better. I'm sure he's going to see to get a game. At some point, though, he's going to lose his spot if he doesn't start producing. Because from what I hear Gray's interview, and what Gray infer, there are more players coming. We may complain all we want. And here's the thing, JD, we're like Arteta building up Arsenal. with all the call it dead weight. Start bringing in people.
But you think, but Cranky, not to cut you off, but you honestly think with this pressure of this coach being in Jamaica and people in his ears every single time, you don't think that influence these decisions that this guy is making and force him to keep him on the field?
JD, if you're smart as a person, as a manager, what you do is you do this gradually, right? You listen before, you allow people to you compromise. So in the first stage, you compromise, and then you compromise. On point, it's going to be about how you do things because you're getting on the line. He hasn't won a game in 8 games, right? Now, he's gotten big draws against the U.S. and against Mexico, and the problem was he was ahead in those games. He's still going to hold the lead, so that's a problem, right? But it's a good scenario to say, when I have my best teams, I am getting not necessarily wins, but I'm not getting a negative outcome in those, and the 2 biggest games, that was the Mexico and the U.S. game. Having said that, we played decent against Mexico, but Mexico's falling quite a bit behind the U.S. We didn't look good against the U.S. It's on their soil, it's at their crowd, it's in the Midwest, so we have excuses, and we're coming back from vacation. But as the tournament progresses, we don't improve. When we play, Trinidad, for example, and if we don't win that game, he's going to come under pressure. But I think it's a 3-phase process, which is the first process is recruiting. The second process is building that camaraderie, collating the players, building a team, and getting that team to work as one. And the third process is then go execute on the field and have that positive outcome. So we're in the recruiting phase, and I expect over the next 3 or 4 or 5 windows, it's going to sound really interesting. We're bringing out 5 to 10 players. I'm telling you. 5 to 10 more players, Cranky. Jesus God. So when we are gonna have chemistry? When we are gonna have chemistry? JD. The goal is 2026, JD. Don't get it confused, JD. The goal is the World Cup. The goal is not Concacaf. US is not thinking about Gold Cup. US is thinking about World Cup. That's why they brought it back again. We'll bring those players in, JD, because what he's recruiting now is from EPL. This is EPL recruiting we're on. We're not on championship recruiting. We're not in League 1 or League 2. We're in EPL recruiting. We're going on to the best players, and players follow players. Okay? Now, this performance yesterday probably didn't help in that recruiting strategy, but players follow players. So the more you bring in players and they see something that look like them, who they play with in our 21 for England, they want to come join. So I think in the next 3 or 4 windows, it's 5 to 10 more. He'll then have those players. They have competition for places. So if you don't turn up for a window, you may not get your game back. It may be a different construct. But the question is, would he have time to do so? Because the outcome and the pressure's coming, but not having wins is only going to get exacerbated.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah. All right. And
all right, sir.
Yeah, respect and thanks. Respect and thanks, man. All right, for your insights, because obviously you still have 1 and 2 people in there strongly disagreeing with us, but it's okay. We are gonna get that. We are gonna get a pushback because we want change for Jamaica, man. All right. So take care, my brother.
Look,
Yeah, go ahead.
There's nothing wrong with people disagree. Everybody have their own perspective, right? We're not robots. We're not monolithic. People may disagree with me. They disagree with you. That's fine. We have our own convictions. We've been watching football for a long time. We have a good perception and perspective on football, how it works, how things should work. But we'll not always agree, because no one would agree on the starting 11 or agree on the 23 or on the 50. There's always somebody left out. We understand that. We can agree to disagree, but let's do it so we do it in a civil manner. All right?
Yeah, man. All right. Respect, Father Cranky. Yeah, man. All right, so we're going to drop the link for the video now. We have Real Baller said, JD, you're going to Ross Far now. Overly overrated. JD, I hated you saying that on tactical. You're getting Stockholm syndrome. I tell you, Real Baller, the one thing about me, I am a Jamaican, but every other style that we overly love, I don't share. All right, I am a person that use footballing logics to things and no emotion, none whatsoever in my evaluation of players. Period. All right, yes, and I think the way you guys talk about Bailey is nowhere near that, because footballing intelligence is a strong part of football, and I don't think he's on no top level when it comes on to footballing intelligence. I'm very sorry. I'm gonna say it public so you can eat me after that. All right, fan of mine, they think that I'm very emotional, but I'm telling you, I am saying things straight out. All right, the footballing intelligence for Bale is very low. Maybe one of the lowest part of his game. Maybe one of the lowest part of his game. Technical ability, you could say yes, he's up there with everyone, but his footballing intelligence is one of the lowest part of his game. I have watched these players pull up clips of 15 screens trying to find what you guys are saying. You guys are just Jamaicans that just use you try to propagate something because a guy is literally from Jamaica. So you want to feel good. Reality is the guy is not that level, and the problem is the longer we keep on harboring these people to do what they want, our football will not reach anywhere, because we will have a good player and we have to substitute a good player to accommodate this player because True is a local barn. We need to move away from that. We need to move away from that. You get me? We need all on the people. I'm gonna take the call. We need to move away from that, guys. We want Jamaica to win, man. Stop love man, man. Stop love man, the man of Jamaica want to win. We want the right players on the field to do the job. Yesterday, United States never have their players, but they had the players them to get a job done. They never go up and said, "Let me call back Colin Acosta," because they won the Gold Cup last time, and now we now have the main team, so it's fair to call back those guys. No, they went with other kids them, and the kid Cowell them to prove themselves, and they saw them in the U20s, so they expected something from them. They go off, as what Cranky said, not sensationalism, actual statistical driven data towards a system, so not the name of a player. So look at it yesterday. Lambert coming off yesterday. Lambert coming off yesterday. So I'm not, guys, when I said a player is overrated, from your expectations, I'm talking about what you said about him. I never said he's not a Premier League level player. Listen to my word. I am not disrespecting the player, but I'm saying he's not no Messi and not no Pele and not no this. It's not true. And the reason why we do that, we put people on pedestal. We need to move away from that. We have a lot of good players. So we need to start set some example, man. You get me? So real baller, listen to understand me and not listen to jump off the deep end because you're being emotional because you don't hear what I've said. I never said he's not a Premier League. You can be a Premier League level player, but still not the Messi level. It's not everybody in Premier League. Premier League is on Messi level. The guy is not that. So stop with this overhyping. We stop with this overhyping, people. We want the team to be selected and give people a signed job. The more we have machines, is the more we can program a system. The more we have players that we have to give them we call them. We give them free roles. It's the more our team is going to be harder to pick. Our team is going to become harder to pick when we give players more free roles. All right? Yes, we need to stop from that, brother. And I'm telling you, when we are trying to accommodate him in the central forward because he doesn't offer so much in the wide channels, I think that cost us the game. So from the formation and from him in the position cost us the game. I'm telling you, not just what he did on the field, but to put him in that position. He needs to be out wide and work hard like every other player. That's what I want this coach to do. Don't start him under Maragray. Give them time and put one out there and put three in midfield. All right, and work hard. Work hard. Work hard. Work hard. We don't want a passenger. We don't want a star baller. We want the right ballers. Them. We want people to work hard. We want to see that the man will work hard, tracking back and staying there and blocking lanes. Just not wait on offense. Not wait on offense, and then when you're in a defensive position, you do create something. We want that attitude. We want the right attitude going forward. And our attitude is wrong. Saying that man get passed because who they are, that attitude is wrong. No, it's okay. It's okay. Real ball. I'm not getting. I tell us, our attitude towards how we treat these guys is wrong, man. Because that's what is stopping us from making World Cups. We can't make enough work. This team is a big team on the paper. This team is a big team on the paper. You get me? And if we keep on carrying passengers and what you call the word? Because evil would let me not go there. Let me leave it alone. All I'm telling you guys, we need to do better in how we evaluate football. That's all I'm going to say. We need to do better how we evaluate football, people. You get me? As I've said, this world level player and this superstar player, Liam Bailey is not it. I'm very sorry. It's not it, and it's not. What I understand, only can feel as good as I want, you know. Me love the Jamaican national team. That's the difference with me. So when me come off, me can talk objective on the Jamaica national team. You understand me? Uno say uno love Jamaica, but every time uno get a chance, uno start act sensationalize over one player. So uno not really love Jamaica. Uno like the player them and what can make uno feel, give uno more confidence. But that is not what will bring Jamaica forward. You get me? What brings Jamaica forward is actually saying the right things, go in the press conferences and say the right things, force it in the coach head, say, listen to me, man, you should not be forced to put people on the field. You should not be forced to keep people on the field. So anybody can come off the field. Anybody can come off the field. Anybody. That's the attitude. That's when Jamaica will qualify for a World Cup, when everybody can come off the field. You get me? And everybody can defend and everybody can attack. You get me? And everybody can just play football. Not the luxury player them, so you have to find a role for them, a make-up role that he did not even play well in Aston Villa as well. When he played behind the supporting striker, he never played well either. Liam Bailey is the most substituted player in Aston Villa. That is a fact. Go and check it. So he never played all that well in the supporting role. He did came on stronger. Let me give him credit in because he saw that Traore and those guys are on his neck for his game. He came back and did well and tried hard on the defensive as well. Well, we need it for Jamaica as well. We need that same thing for Jamaica as well. You get me? We need that for Jamaica. Straight up, guys. I'm just saying my piece, guys. So if you don't agree with me, it's okay. But you don't need we don't need the bad words and them stuff there. We want Jamaica to win, and we see where the problem, and it's very clear. Cranky just called from America. I'm in Belgium. And we are saying the same exact thing. It's that clear. We are watching all the games. We are watching all the games, people. I am studying damn football and trying to get a legitimate license. Not telling people that I want to get a license. I'm trying to get that. So I'm evaluating football the right way. Not making up story and the Jamaican way. All right? Because the last time I've checked, Mr. Speed said, we don't even have enough qualified coaches to identify talent at the level that we should be identifying talent. So nobody gonna come tell me no foolishness, people, man. We need to change our attitude, man. All right? We need to change. The overreaction start again. No, one man, you don't listen. You don't listen. You don't listen when I'm talking, and that is the problem. I'm not overreacting. I was saying this from day one. I just get the opportunity for you to listen again. All right? That's all I'm saying. I just get the opportunity for you to listen again. All right? Yeah, Mr. Revolution, it's not going to stop. And that is the problem. I'm telling them that's the problem for we as a nation. We need to stop with this pom-pom powder people. You get me? Everybody is here to do a job. You get me? We have to do a job. Whatever the coach picks, he picks the team already. So let we move on with what the coach picks. And we have to work hard and show that we deserve to get this height that we are getting. We have to deserve it. Good afternoon, Mr. Campbell. Go ahead, my brother. Sorry about that, but I was just trying to finish a point.
Yeah, man, that's okay. Morning, hope you're well. Listen, in watching that game and going back and checking it, you know, Liam Bailey taking the penalty is an issue to me because anybody can miss a penalty. That's forgiven, right? But Liam Bailey doesn't take penalties for Aston Villa. He's a real penalty taker. But on the field, we had two specialized penalty takers in Damian Lowe and Mikel Antonio. So I'm wondering to myself, yes, Mikel Antonio could have missed. Yes, Gray could have missed. But the point is, when you have crucial situations, you go to specialist people. So I don't know Liam Bailey as a penalty taker. Because to me, from before to the penalty, I knew the keeper was going to see the penalty. Because he was
he looked over the same side 3 times. You saw it because I went to look at it. So he made up the goalkeeper's mind for him. Yes, I saw it.
I went the same side. You understand? And the penalty was weak. Chances are any goalkeeper would have seen a penalty because it was a horrible penalty.
But you can't fault him for kicking it that way, because guess what? He's not a penalty taker. You understand? But my question is this: on the field of play, when penalty was conceded by the US, how did Leon Bailey get the ball in his hand to the penalty in the first place? That's my question.
No, Michael Antonio was going to take it, and he took it. He took the ball, and Michael Antonio was like, "Wow, on yes, sir." That's what I say live. I say, "Oh, Bailey take the ball from the man." Like, wow, on yes, sir.
But that is madness. Because guess what? Michael Antonio is a specialist penalty taker. Michael Antonio kicks his penalties hard, and he uses both sides. He will pick out the one man side.
I'm trying to find the clip of the situation so people can see it on the screen. I'm trying to find it. Yeah. Go ahead, Big Boss. I'm trying to find it so people can see it for themselves.
Because listen, if Jamaica scored on the open net, nobody is on your left or your right, and you kick it wide. That's comical. Yeah? And my thing is that if Jamaica had gone up 2-0 there, the US would have been broken. Because 1-0 and 2-0 is a psychological difference.
Yeah, you think that the USA wouldn't come back after that? Or because it was early, you think that, because remember it says the 26th minute, you know.
They wouldn't, listen, that's my point. If Jamaica had scored that goal, that US team would have been broken.
Okay. Because based on how the game finished out and how consistent they were in creating chances, I wouldn't say they would have been out of it, but I think Jamaica have a good chance of actually winning the game. I think we have a maybe 50% chance. 50%, I would put it up.
JD, you're a former football player.
Mm-hmm.
Right? If you are down, I play cricket. If you are down by one goal, you know your chance of coming back is higher than your 2 or 3 goals down.
That is true. Right? That is true. But may I say, based on how them create chances, Ian, you know, things say.
No.
Okay.
No. What I'm saying, the probability is much higher with them won the game.
Yeah, man. I agree. I say 50% Jamaica would have won that game. But based on how them play, I still believe that the team would have scored. Like after I say USA, I go score because we cannot rely on Damian Lowe for flinging him body in the midfield. I'm already up on yellow card, sliding, and I try everything to stop.
And next thing again, it was very evident in the second half that players were on vacation. It was very evident.
Yeah.
Right? It was very obvious and evident that these players are coming off a vacation. Very obvious. Because listen, if you look at SofaScore, you'll see that certain players were more active throughout the game. A few of them. You understand? But JD, last night, man, I was livid to the core when I saw Leon Bailey take the ball to the penalty. Because Leon Bailey is not a penalty taker.
Yeah, totally understand where you're younger there.
Anybody can miss penalty. That's known. Even Pele miss penalty. But you don't see somebody who is not a penalty taker take penalties. He's not a penalty taker. That's the problem, you know.
And I understand it. I understand it, but I wanted to find the part. Find the part to show the people that he actually took the penalty because Michael Antonio was going to take the penalty. He was there on the spot. He was actually there on the spot. And so I wanted to see who gave the authority for Bailey to take the penalty because he was already there with the ball as well.
I him give some authority.
Okay.
I him give some authority to take the penalty because you know why? He's more senior in the Jamaican team. That's why it happened that way. Yeah? And that to me cost us 2 points. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And it is so heart-wrenching. So we couldn't shove up people like technical manager and Pete or by Yankee level.
Yeah, but they had said 1-0 and I said 2-1 Jamaica winning. Remember, that's what I said. I said Jamaica find a way to win this individual brilliance. Pete said 1-1, so wait, I can't say he's wrong. He said 1-1. To be honest, you know, I don't.
What I'm saying to you is that I don't understand this young man doing, because he needs to go back to his days at Bayer Leverkusen and find a way to play simple football. Just because in football you try to repeat the same action over and over consistently. That's what determines world class and superstar players or ordinary players. Because a superstar will do the same thing consistently 100 times.
All right, but Ian, we are want to support you, Ian, because people in the chat say, "Oh, Iman Ravel, brother, Liam Bailey do the same thing in the El Salvador and Honduras game when Ravel already had take the penalty. Them good, the man a fight for the ball, and me if you thump me scream, go back and look on them thing. Me say, brother, come on for the ball, man. Them bag have terrible free kicks here, and you still have the audacity say you want to get up again and actually go and do it again. And Ravel, every time Ravel take the free kick, it was a good free kick. I say, Leon, leave the ball alone, brother. You know, so I think he just believed that in the national team he's a different animal and he should do what he wants. Yeah. You know, that's what I think.
And the thing is that you know how you get that. How do you fix that problem?
Yeah, man, you drop him out of the team and make him know, say, oh, brother.
No. Competition. Get players in the team that are are better than his quality.
People, please, people, go back to the El Salvador and the Honduras game in Jamaica, and you see the man a fight Ravel for ball when Ravel actually delivered the better ball them, and it was very clear.
Yeah,
continue. Continue.
You have a thing. Listen. So I'm not fighting the ball. What I want him to do is go back to his days at Bayer Leverkusen and come back and do the simple things well.
All right.
Himself. So listen, I am making cards. Listen, he's one of ours. So if I encourage him, so go back and look in yourself, Bala, look in yourself and come back and do the simple things well. We're not asking to plot and beat 1,000 players.
Just do the job for the team. That's what we want, as we want a team.
Do the job for the team.
Yes.
Be a team player. You understand? Don't be an individual superstar. Just do the job for the team. The team wins, we're all good.
Yes.
Anyway, JD, bless up.
All right, take care. Yes, yeah, man. All right, I need to drop the link because I play the clip. I want to play the clip. Sorry about that, because I want to show you that Antonio was actually not happy about it. But through these are copyrighted clips from time to time. So it was a small little snippet there when he was walking to the ball and then he threw his arm up. That's what I saw live. And look how small it is. It was like 2 seconds, but I still I still saw it live. That's what I was saying. You get me? So yes, he thought that he would have been the one to take the penalty. All right, let me drop the link so people could freely come on and say their piece. All right. No, man, he couldn't throw his arm. No. Bimo, that was after the game. After the game stops and he's going towards the ball. Go back and pull it up. What I'm going to do, I'm going to cut out the clip and put it in the discard, because remember, I can't use the contents as you guys would have wanted me to, because they can copy strike me. So I'm going to put it in the discard. We have like almost 1,000 people in the discard. So you guys can see it for yourself. I'm going to put it in there. Don't worry yourself. I will put it right in there for you. All right, because we like to clear up points. All right. What you talk about? No, I'm talking about Antonio walking to the ball. You're clutching at straw, company man. No, I said it live, company man. All right, yes. No, case. We never got a chance to, because we missed the press conference because we never got any notification from Simon. You get me? I'm overthinking too much. All right, no problem. Let me. You said I'm overthinking too much. I need to get into the 7 takeaways from this game. We haven't done that as yet. That's what we need to go on. But let me just take the last call because this one pushed a little bit longer than what I expected. Yes. So let me take the final call and then we'll go into the 7 takeaways. So gather your takeaways, guys. Gather your takeaways. Good afternoon, Carla, or good morning, wherever you are.
morning.
Yes, so you're calling in, right? You're calling in. So give your take because I wanted to go into the final segment of the stream. And I actually put the link out. But anybody coming on, please turn the camera on because people saying that it's distasteful, unprofessional when people come on without their camera. So if you don't go ahead, finish your point, big boss.
Yeah, man. I was calling from the time Frankie was.
I know, but you can't call when Cranky's on the call, big boss. You can't call them time. So you have to just remember what you're saying, bossy. Just remember what you're saying.
I called when he was finished, man. When he was just finishing up. But yeah, it's just a couple points I wanted to make. I think for me, I think it's a little bit I think it's a little bit ridiculous when we talk about the goal of 2026 in a sense, because I know we have 2026 in mind, and we're building towards that. But even Hallgrimson himself said it in the post-match interview that 2026, even though it's a target that we have in mind, it is not the end goal. And I think what we need to do is to for example, we're in a competition right now, a competition that has a lot of meaning, that has a lot of weight, and that can do a lot for us, if we leave with the title. And so while we build towards 2026, I don't see why we cannot aim towards, achieving something great while we build towards, the future. Because, for example, we're building towards 2026, and I hear a lot of people say sometimes, I don't care about the Gold Cup, I don't care about Copa America, I don't care about whatever. But what if we fail in all of these right now, all of these current competition that we have going on right now, and then when 2026 come, we also fail miserably? What are we gonna be? What are we gonna say? So I think while we build towards 2026, but Hallgrimson himself, he also said that his 2026 is a goal that we have in mind. But we're also building. Success is not a one-stop destination. It's something that we continue to build. So I think we're hoping to get to the 2026 World Cup. But while we hope so, we should do the best that we can today. Putting the team together. Now I think Hallgrimson has all of the players together that he has wanted so far. I think he has all of them together now. So it's a point of getting them to work together. I hear a lot of people from complaining and talking about how messy the game was and so on. But I think when we look, there are points that we can look at where we see big improvements. And one of those main points that I haven't seen, and Paul Hall tried it to an extent, but one of the main improvement that I've seen that Hallgrimson did was the high pressing, the high intensity pressing from the get go of the game. And we see how that ended up in a really positive result. And I really loved it, even though the team wasn't retaining the ball much, because when we win it, we would try to go direct, and we would make a big pass up to one of the forward, and most of the time we end up losing it, or we go down into the final third. And because we're not a position-based team, we tend to make really, really quick passes and quick movements, and then we end up losing the ball. But in spite of that, the high press, if you notice, the high press was really effective. They caught us a few times on the counter, yes, but Andre Beck dealt with the defenders, and also Damian Lowe. Even though we criticized him so much, Damian Lowe was really, really outstanding yesterday, in the recovery and so on. But I think the high press that Hallgrimson has started with, I think that is really, really good and is really effective. The reason why we lose is because of exactly what he says also. So it shows me that he's paying attention. It's because we started to protect that one goal advantage, and close towards the end of the game in the second half, you realize we started to give up a little bit on the high press, and we started to sit back. And that goes exactly back to the old ways how we used to play, because before Hallgrimson, what we used to do, we used to sit back deep and wait for the counter. No, what Hallgrimson doing is playing kind of the same way, but what he's doing, which is different, he's actually pressing way up from the top and winning the ball up there rather than allowing the team to play close towards our goal. Most of the time, we can't beat a goal like that.
All right, so all right, then no problem. what I will do, I will tackle that point next time because I think we should have took your call a while. So I won't challenge things because I have someone came on the screen. But if you want, the link is right there, so you could join the show if you want. If you're willing to turn the camera on, you could join the show, and we just do the
Yeah, man,
next hour.
definitely.
All right. So the link.
Definitely. And before I go, let me just say one point. Just one final quick point. I have no idea who told Leon Bailey that he's a penalty kick taker, but Leon Bailey is horrible at taking penalties. We have players who are more than capable of taking penalty. Bobby Reed can take penalty. Demar Riquet can take penalty, and number one, Mikel Antonio, who's a top striker, who should be taking the penalty. So I don't know what Leon Bailey was doing up there because the penalty before this that I saw him took, the goalkeeper also touched it, but it still went in. I forgot what game it was, but he kicked it on the same side with the same intensity, and the goalkeeper touched it, but they still went in. And he did the same thing again. And before he kicked the ball, he looked at the goal and he looked where he was kicking it. And the goalkeeper read him. So I don't know what he's doing taking penalty, and that is what lost the game. But anyways, let me see if I can probably join the stream.
Okay. All right. No problem, my brother. Take care. Yeah. All right, so let me read out this one and then we'll move on. Guys, we have 350 people in the chat. Let me get the likes to 300 because the one thing about us, we're not afraid to talk what we see on the field. If you disagree with it, no problem. You can always have that conversation, but we are going to talk regardless because at the end of the day, we want Jamaica to win at the end of the day. All right, so just definitely get us up to 300 likes and we don't even ask your next question. We have 350 here, so 50 people can be undecided, but definitely the next 150 should be hitting the like button and should be subscribing as well. I think it's respectable to do that because we do study, and that's the difference you realize. We ain't coming here to fight with you and force something in your throat. We are showing you that it happened in the game. You get me? People said I like to prove points, but without me proving points, you guys are not going to believe me. I am from Jamaica, so I know how to deal with things. So that's why I came that way. A friend of mine had said, Imaxit football, the coach said he was worried about injuries. That is why he took long to make changes. Do you believe that? Yes. You know why I believe that? You know why I believe that? Because he said it in the press conference before the pre-match press conference, saying that he has some injury issues. He has some injury issues, and maybe that will impact on the way he deals with the game. And he realized how the game is going. If he can push it as long as possible, which I never like it. I never like the attitude coming from him in the pre-match because what I was hearing is like, okay, we might not win this game against the United States, but we know that we have the capability of winning the other games. So that's what I got. So he and then ironic, he came out and said, yes, we're expecting a point in this game. We wanted at least a point in this game. And I'm saying, Jesus God, okay, I understand. But that's why you sound so in the pre-match. So yeah, I think he was accurate. He was accurate to what he said in the post-match because he said it in the pre-match, and I actually talked about it in his press conference breakdown. He said it. You get me? That's what he wanted, at least, and that was the attitude to try and make sure we go for a long season. And I said I respect his take, trying to go for the long season rather than every individual game. I respected it at the time, but I never expected it to turn out like this in an in-game situation. Because for me, I rather get the in a winning position, I would make the subs. I would make the subs a little bit earlier, to be honest. Mr. Odin, I don't know what happened to the camera still. We just complained about the camera thing in a big bar. So we can't push it no further. After this one, we can't have people out without the camera. You get me? I would let it pass for the last time, but it can't happen without the camera. All right? Because the people must say I'm professional. But go ahead, my brother. We can't take off the camera. We have to prepare ourselves when we are come by the stream them because people watching the stream everywhere on planet Earth. All space people watching the streams.
Morning,
yes.
Morning. So the situation with the game last night, that definitely was a game that we were supposed to win. I have several big issues with the team going forward, right? And I think it could be addressed by the coach. Now, the first one I'm going to talk about is Leon Bailey, right? So Leon Bailey have this thing where he thinks every move or every player, every decision in the team has to be led through him. And that would be okay if he was in farm, if it was the Liam Bailey that was at Bayer Leverkusen, I would be totally in agreement with that. However, he's not the person who he once was. So he need to like have a conversation with himself or even Mr. Butler, because we know he's gonna look around for people who talk indifferent about the situation and try to
Mm-hmm.
criticize them. So I'll just say it anyway because he's gonna talk about it anyway. Daly and Butler, they need to have a conversation with themselves because majority of the decision that Leon Bailey make is being pushed by him. So it's like you can't have a important game and you're supposed to be up 2-0 and you grab the ball, walk over penalty spot. And I heard somebody earlier saying we can't blame him for missing the penalty. What are you talking about? The minute the person
Big Boss. Remember, everyone has their opinion. You know, believe me. Yeah, God do, God do. Yeah.
I understand, but what I'm doing is challenging their statement. He took the ball knowing, well, he's not fully confident he's going to score. He went in front of the United States #1 goalkeeper, knowing that he's not really up to par and miss and cause us to draw a game that we should have won. And there are several passes that he could have made to Antonio where he's dancing and bobbing and weaving and doing all of that extra stuff in a game where you're supposed to be passing the ball. It's very disingenuous to have players around you making runs in open spaces and you refuse to let go of the ball. So that's why I made that statement last night. If Bailey stayed on the field, we would have lost because at that point it looked like that's what was going to end up happening. No, the other thing is the American commentators, they clearly they don't really give Jamaica the respect they receive over time. And I know that since watching, whether it's NBC, CBS, or whatever channel it is, they never really give Jamaica the full respect. But as a team, they perform below the level they were supposed to perform. So that's pretty much what I wanted to lead up with. And everybody who disagree with people criticizing Bailey, just wake up to reality. This team is not about Bailey. This team is the Jamaica's national team, and what we're supposed to do is we're supposed to be winning, not deciding a game based off what Bailey does or not do. So yeah.
All right. So we're gonna go to the 7 things because people saying that they want positives. I saw a fan of mine. I put a point, but because it's so much people commenting, guys. So sorry if I missed one. Filippo Secret Lover, which should be an American. He said, if you guys can't beat this USA team with those players who play in the English Premier League, then it's an embarrassment to your team. This USA team is horrendous as a team, wasted opportunity. So the Americans, them, I don't know if it's a little overhyping for themselves because they could be overhyping when they are downplaying their team's quality to make us look bad as well. So I am going to take it with a double-edged sword here from Filippo Secret Lover. Right here. All right, it might be a double-edged sword. I know a lot of Jamaicans would agree with it. It's embarrassing because of the players that the United States used, but I think they are trying to downplay the quality of the players then that played yesterday for United States. Obviously, they have a different tier, but I still think they are trying to downplay it to make us look even bad. You see, Demo said Filippo is right. I know people from Jamaica would actually agree with it. You see it? But Demo, he could mean it two-way, Demo. Some of them doing it because they want Jamaica look bad as well, like a trolling thing. But I do believe that how the game panned out, yes, those level of players should not be controlling the level of the game to the players that we had on the pitch. You know, I agree on two sides, all right? Yes, but I still can burn out. I still can burn out Filippo Secret Lover right there. Everyone saying that Filippo is right. All right, then. You know what? Filippo is right. Filippo is right. Yeah, man. Filippo is right. All right, let me done. Let me not fight. Let me go into the positives, guys. Let me go into the positives. All right. Let me go into the positives. All the Jamaicans, they're not taking any talk from me. They said that Filippo is right. All right. Yes. Overhyping as usual. Kiss my teeth. All right.
But JD, they want us to live in an alternate reality where we aren't supposed to challenge certain facts. Like these people, it's like if someone's doing something incorrect, it's our job to come out and tell them, hey brother, you're wrong. Correct them. What Bailey did last night with the PK was wrong. Give it to somebody who's gonna finish it. Like he's gonna get criticized. He's not above criticism. So if they think we're gonna just sit around, people like Oral Tracy, especially Jamaican legacy media, they beat other players when they make mistake. But when it's certain players, oh, we don't want to hear about that. Talk about positive. I never heard anyone talking about, oh, where's the positive? When the media was
No,
talking,
that's why I said I'm gonna do 7 takeaways. If it's 7 negatives you have in it, you give it 7 negatives. I don't really, I don't need to bar people from saying what they're saying.
yeah, when they were destroying, they almost destroyed Bobby Reed's confidence around the national team because he missed a shot against the US in a World Cup qualifier. No, we have the best team that we have ever come up with, and we're playing the United States C/B team. And you're telling me that we're supposed to be accepting that we walked away with a draw when we were supposed to win that game? I'm sorry, I'm not gonna
Well, based
accept
on
it.
pattern of play,
Yeah.
we deserve nothing more than a draw. I think last night we deserved to lose the game based on what happened on the field. So I would agree with the coach that a draw is fair on the field. But I do agree with you as the attitude going into this game with the quality that we have. Even with lack of chemistry, we should be aiming to win the game. I do agree with that. So I can agree with both points. But
Yeah.
based on the pattern of play, Big Boss, Odin, we're lucky we come off of the field and I get 4 or 5 love, brother. I'm very
Yeah,
sorry.
me understand that, JD. I fully understand. But if you think about it, if the penalty score last night, we walk away from this game winning 2-1,
I'm
regardless of
I'm
yeah,
still not 100% sure because remember, after the penalty, there are 3 big chances them created after the penalty. 3 big chances. So if those went different, maybe they would have been more hungry that they're 2-0 down and finish the chances that they created. You never know. We can't say we give up more than 2 big chances, and every big chance is designed to score. So I don't believe this story. Even when we score 2, we could have still lost the game. We have a better opportunity to win the game. I would agree to that. We have a better opportunity to win the game, but I don't fully believe that even with 2 love, we have 90% chance to win that game. I think it's about 50% because we give away 3 to 4 big chances after that. So it's around 50% winning that game after 2-0. 50% because we gave up too much wide open. Bro, even the coach said that's what we have to give up to get what we wanted. Bro, nah, man. Me not give up so much because we not have to make Andre Blake turn into a Superman in order for we to get a draw in a game. No, man, we need better than that. We need better than that. Yeah.
yeah. One the
Let
only
me.
the only
We
yeah.
get calls. We get calls. Finish your point, big
Go
guys.
ahead. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
All
I
right.
was just
Let me
gonna
take
say.
Dima. Let me take Dima call in and then take the next call and then we go back to it. But people, I am not 100% sure we win that game with 2-0 just the same. All right. I'm not 100% sure because that game we never have the control of that game. I'm very sorry. Dima, good afternoon, Dima. How are you doing?
Yes, big boss. Well, a morning for me. Big up yourself.
At
Big
5
up
o'clock,
everybody in the
at 5 o'clock,
conversation.
at 6 o'clock, we are going now.
Boss, me say for me.
Yes, me know.
Me say
Me
good
know. Me know. Me
afternoon
know.
to you and good morning to everybody. Listen, I just want to give my 7 takeaways quickly. I
Mhm.
can't call in for anything because I would be able to use my camera, so that's why I'm a call. Then, so one, the first thing, I just adjust to the positives.
Mhm.
First
Yes.
thing is,
Thanks.
Damian Lowe is a warrior and a must pick for Jamaica
So
football team.
Damian
No
Lowe.
matter Yeah, so for me, that's a number one.
All right.
In my man of the match last night, not because of the goal he scored, even though it was well taken or whatever, but he's a warrior, a workhorse. Like the man dip on the yellow card early and still make last ditch tackles. I think he made a crucial interception from a through pass.
Crucial one or three crucial interceptions.
Even so, you know you have the stats.
Three he made. Three. So I'm giving it 3 times more.
Boss, the man was everywhere. He's a warrior, and I must speak for Jamaica. And I know he gets criticized a lot, but for me, Nana was outstanding last night.
Agreed.
I must speak.
Agreed.
The second thing is, second positive and takeaway for me, Andre Blake has got to move from the MLS. And the man, I mean, people probably used to it by now, but his 1v1 save ratio has got to be right up there with the best in the world, the Allisons and all of them people. Like, the man is outstanding. And sure, he probably might not be the best with his feet or whatever, but I don't really care. Andre Blake is a top quality goalkeeper, not just in MLS, but in the world. Zane, so for me, he was amazing. And yeah, that's my
number 2. Yeah. So you don't think he was the man of the match because he made the actual more Damian Lowe make last ditch challenges, but he made crucial one-on-one save, 4 big one-on-one saves in one damn game.
Real quick. Me not cut you off, Dima.
It was a crucial goal for
Odin, collect a point. 1 second, Dima. Collect a point, Odin, because remember, me now have the calling system, so he can't hear you, he can't respond. So just collect what Dima's saying and then respond to him after.
JD, unless you want me just call and don't use my camera.
Yeah, man. We will do it for this one because he want to talk to you because you give some good points. Your thief 2 of my points them still. Your thief 2 of my points them for the 7 as well, but me will give you a pass, you know? Alright, bossy, yeah. Alright, yeah, man. I don't know about him being the best player, best keeper in the world, but one-on-one, Blake is. We have to give him his credit, guys, because I said it, you know. Damian Lowe and Blake keeps Jamaica team ticking for the longest time, and the man them come up with 2 of the biggest performances. I can tell you. One love, the confusion. One love, we have one love. Just give a point fast, Big Boss. Cause Carla come in and people come on. All right. Good morning. How you doing, Big Boss?
Morning to you, your panelist. JD.
Yeah.
JD, you see what I'm saying? If we go up 2 love, we are winning the game. It's true.
All right.
That's gonna leak out the window to the USA. They won't have that energy they see them have. Because they see the penalty, the penalty see them, they give them the energy, JD.
All right. Yeah, but one love. I never disagree. One love. I never disagreed. I only said it wouldn't be 90% sure Jamaica win the game. I would put it at 50%. 90%. Okay. Well, I disagree on that part. I said 50%. Yeah, you're not gonna change my mind. All right, bossy. Give me an additional positive in the game. Give me an additional positive. Because Dima just come on and I want to finish him in best 11. Give me an additional positive fast, Big Boss.
The additional positive is Monaco agree I think the free kick there. Yeah, so we can say we have a good free spot kick, dead man spot kick taker, you know?
Yeah.
On the field. So that was a good.
All right.
And field debut, we play a really good field debut. You understand?
Yeah.
We need a creative midfielder to string the ball, get the forward there. And we never have that last night. So the man did us look out and start. You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah, they hold on for the ball too much.
All right. So.
Yeah, man. He might kill the game. Yeah, man.
All right.
Big up yourself.
All right. Respect and thanks for calling me. Yeah.
If we go psychologically, without them let the win out of them. They will not have no energy. So all of them create a chance there, because the penalty see them, give them the energy to create a chance there.
All right.
Remember that.
All right. Respect, bossy. Yeah, man. Respect. All right. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, guys, please do smash the like button, share, and definitely subscribe. Get us to 5,800. We are 250 away from 6,000. That is our task for the rest of the month. So hopefully you can help us on doing that. So let me go with Demo, like because Demo maybe not have much time. And we want to make sure we give him an opportunity. You good, Demo? You good? Because we don't want to put the pressure on you.
Man. No, me have
All right.
time.
Demo, let me see if you can tease no more of my question, my seven takeaway. Maybe me just spy on my paper. Go ahead, Demo, with the next five.
No, but JD said the other youth there try make a point when we dip on the phone. So
Okay, yeah. Go ahead, Odin. Go ahead, Odin.
So, Dima, regarding Damian Lowe now, I agree with you about his heroism last night, but I'm not sure which channel you do you watch the game for. If you heard the American side where the commentators they were begging for Damian Lowe to get a red card. So
yeah, man.
with that being said, my thing is I want him to press forward like that, but some of the tackle them, especially up the pitch, I want him draw back from some of that. Cause the American them is like when them say something publicly, the referee them seem as if they were more preferential to the American. So it's like certain things could be good, but it could end up costing us in the long run. So that's pretty much
But
for me. That's
Odin, the point where Demon said him still doing job. The problem is the midfield never hold up enough because enough body was not in the midfield. So the split passes force him to make those decisions. Obviously, the one that he should have gotten in the second yellow card on, he drove extra and then reached into the player and then tried to figure out something because he was too fast on the player. I do agree. He was rushing the game at the same time, but believe me, the good outweighed the bad. And I think he was definitely up there for the man of the match, just the same. But I do share your point as well, Odin, but I still share Demo's point as well. He was exceptional last night after staying on the pitch. He was exceptional to keep Jamaica in the game.
No, man. I mean, I get what he's saying because watching that thing with the American commentary is so terrible. Like, me hate them. Them so biased, brother. Like, it very annoying. Every time the man do a tackle, oh, that should have been a red card, and blah blah blah. And them now say that for them own players. But besides the point, I think that because I was one was saying that we should probably take him off around the 68th minute because of how I saw he was playing. I put it on my status, everything like you listen, I don't think Loa go survive, But the fact that he did survive and was still putting in tackles and stuff, like yeah man, the man is a true warrior and he make it work. All right, so that was what two? No, oh Andre Blake was two. The third takeaway is obviously Demari Gray. I thought that I mean he never outstanding or whatever. But he had a solid debut for me, created the assist and he took the ball and tried to take on players. Not sure how many take-ons he had.
Yes, he was successful. I'm going to bring it up on the screen. He was very good in the take-ons. He was one of the highest rated players as well.
Yes,
Let me give you.
we just work from the eye test, because watch the game late, so you know it go. I don't remember everything. But for
He
me,
tried three dribbles and he was successful on one of the dribble. Total the ground duels 3 of 5. Aerial duels he lost 2. So he had what 4 successful interaction on the field. 4. Yeah.
All right. So like I say, he was decent. Obviously he was disappointed to come off. I think he was very shocked
Yeah.
when he saw his number go up. He was like, yo, why may I come up? He was about to take the corner. Don't think that was the best decision, but hey. So Demari Gray's debut for me is a standout. No, let me get to the negatives. So
okay, you only have 3 positive out of the 7.
But JD, you know my stance about this, like ever since. The Gold Cup for me, and I say like the last time, is supposed to be to gel, find your best 11, and try to work for the major goal, which is to qualify for the World Cup. For me, Zin, a lot of people want to win it, and that's fine. But me, I want to find chemistry and cohesion and your best 11 and a style of play which works for the team going forward. All right. So number 4 takeaway for me. That referee, bro. Like the referee for me, he was horrible. Like him seems so
Yeah.
biased in a lot of the calls. I don't know if it's a home advantage kind of thing. Like the man makes some really silly decisions. And boy, I don't know. Him never have a good game for
So
me. In terms, yeah,
referee.
that's a four. Number five is Latibodier in midfield. I mean, I see a sofa score thing and it look like him have a what 7.1 or something. I don't
Yeah, yeah,
know, but
he had one of the highest scores them as well. But remember,
mhm.
you can still have the highest score, but still be a poor player on the field because of
But
the position.
you have to
Yeah.
go bring up his stats to me because he
Yes,
was
yes. Make
horrendous,
sure.
bro. I don't think he made like every minute him I try play the ball over the top, it not connect. See him have a little time to make a simple true pass, him overhit it straight to the goalkeeper. Him never win a bag of tackles from the eye test either. Oh, you have the stats up so you
Yeah,
can.
man. His passing was poor. His passing is 58%, which
Oh
is
my, like
poor
he
because
was
he's deeper liner.
horrible.
14 of 24. He was poor in the passing, especially in the second half. That is true. He made one key pass in the game. He tried one
Mhm.
cross. He failed on that. He tried four long passes. Failed on all four long passes. Where he has a
Exactly.
better, where he has the super game, where he gets so much of a high mark, is
Mhm.
exactly the role that you put him in. He has 1 of 1 aerial duel and
Mhm.
6 of 8 ground duels. So him going in the tackles them,
Yeah, so
you're
him
going
make
to
the tackle.
expect him. Him good at doing that, but obviously you
Okay.
can't give him 60 job GD, man. That's why people say you need the 3 in midfield, not 2
Yeah.
in midfield, and the 2 of them are defensive midfielder. Me not understand
Okay.
that. Yeah, so you're
Yeah.
right, you're right, you're right.
All right. So from the passing aspect, I mean, well, I don't mean the cost both a wholly because he kept
Yes.
overhitting some pass, and a lot of them weren't hard passes either. I mean, I think fair quality of a Man City man, like, man, expect a lot better in terms of playing the ball and finding
Yeah,
a target. But I
yeah.
mean, if you say him winning thing, but for me, I didn't think he had a good game. So that's number five for me. And then so the concern is, do I really want to see him playing there or him to go back a right back or centre back? So
So,
because
but
you see
Dima, Dima,
him tackle
Dima,
them dead.
Dima,
So him obviously
yeah,
can tackle
black
right
shots.
back and tackle.
Dima, black shots him have 2, interception him have 1, and him have 5 completed tackles. So in the defensive areas of the pitch, he was the most successful.
Yeah, I
So
mean
what?
one of the
So
tackle
what?
them was
You're not
him
no
took one
Dima.
in the chest.
Yeah, Demo. Yeah, yeah, But Demo, what I'm trying to say is, would you not say him play a defensive central role by himself because him proves him can play a defensive central role, but maybe
Yeah,
when
but
you put him as a 2, it not work. So would you not say that
exactly,
and give him a next
exactly. Yes,
opportunity? Okay,
yes,
okay.
yeah, yeah. That works because him obviously can distribute the ball as well as I thought he
One
couldn't.
second caller. 1 second caller. Demo finishing a point, and then I let you say what you have to say. Finish, Demo.
Yeah, man.
Finish your
So
point.
so yeah, man. Would I work with that? I mean, him more mobile than Russell.
Mm-hmm.
Some would have probably tried that way you just said for real and give him another opportunity. But I mean, obviously him grow up a play centre back and right back. So me just I think maybe that's in best position.
But Demo, the
But
man same play anywhere the team want him. At them type of play
yeah,
they
that's
want in the team.
fine. Every player say that, brother. Me hear James Miller saying will go in a goal for Liverpool. If like every player go say that as long as them a play. So I get what
Okay.
he means. But yeah, it don't mean that you play it effectively.
Okay,
But would I
okay.
try what you say? Would I try what you say? Play him as like a one.
Demo, I think what he does, it shows that we can actually play 4-3-3 because he's so good at tracking down the damn play. And he proved that we solve our defensive central
Yeah,
problem. But we still
exactly.
have progressors in midfield problem now. So we solve a problem, but we still caught ourselves in other problems.
Exactly.
But
Which are gonna lead me to my point, the next one takeaway. God, that was what? Five?
yeah, 5. You still have 2 to
Alright.
go.
So my sixth takeaway, the absence of Daniel Johnson and some of the selections from the coach. Like me nah beat the coach, me nah whatever.
One second, caller, because Demo is a finishing point. Demo, let me just pause. Let me just
Yeah,
take the
man.
caller for 1 minute because he's calling back and I don't want to
Yeah,
seem
man.
like I
Cool,
don't
cool.
want to answer him. So, caller, good afternoon. Make a point, big boss, because Demo is making a point and I don't have the connection. So, sorry about that. So, they can't hear you. So, you have to just make a point and then listen to their response.
All right, yeah. Morning, everybody.
Yeah, morning. How are you doing?
One thing more, Philip. The fans them need to stop abusing the players.
All right.
You know, like we the competition yet. At the first game, we can criticize them, but not go over the top and abuse the players.
All right. So explain to me what the abuse you're talking about. So if I am doing it, I can refrain from doing it and I can call it out if it's in the chat. Yes, because you're saying the solution you're looking.
No, the way I talk about you are criticizing the you not abuse them. But some of the fans they are calling the players them name and
Oh,
that
okay. Okay. All right.
So if you support the players them with the 2 games, win the 2 games and go through, no matter the tournament, you know.
Mm-hmm.
When we start out good, we can finish well and win the tournament.
That is true. Yeah.
We have to support them, and after the tournament now we can have all of this criticism and everything in one. But we have to support them in the next 2 games.
So you're saying that you're okay with them criticizing them. You just don't want it to seem like they're calling them disrespectful names. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
They want to fans they need to support the players. Them criticize them, yes, but support them.
Yeah.
So tell them to be man. Yeah.
All right, so before you go, because it's solid point you made, and we're going to discuss it as well right after. But give you a positive that you saw from the game and what you expect in the next game.
Positive. When Lambert come out on the sheet, I never understand why the coaching, but from watching the game, realize he mark out the US number 6 and we press them in the first half. We press them, we press them.
Mm-hmm.
And he won lot of the ball, but the referee hold on.
Okay, the boss gone. in an interview, him gone.
Lambert. Really
Okay, the caller gone in a minute. So caller, we have to talk to you next. Demo and wait again. Kurt the boss, come back whenever you're ready. Yes, sorry about that, but the caller did call in. Yeah, so let me continue the conversation. Caller call in and him get a call. And we can't let him call in. Go ahead.
But when Mida says before the game start, I had a strong feeling that Lambert was gonna be on the pitch. You know why? I remember Lambert was one of those mainstay midfielders who went to the Gold Cup final before. And what? I can't hear you, JD.
Next call come in is a next call come in. I'm gonna try to get the call them done. That we can get to what Dima and you saying, Yes. So just hold on again. Let me just give the next caller a next point. The next caller I called before, him disrespected the show, him get a call. Him can't call back and we take it. We have to take the panelists them after this because they have a limited time. I still have family time and I want to get the Trinidad game as well. So I still have time to do that. All right. So I can't push it past 6 o'clock and you guys are not even supporting the video. I'm not on 360 likes as well. And I'm still trying to do my job. So go ahead, caller. Big boss.
Yes, JD, man.
How you doing, man?
Good job. I give God thanks, I'm a bit disappointed with the draw because the win was there for the taking. Some bad decision. And that penalty, if we had scored that penalty, would have really put them on the back foot. But such is life. But Blake, he was solid as usual. One of his better days, very, very solid. Lowe, I was fretting for Lowe right through the game. I said, boy, this is a red. I was fretting right through the game.
When you say JT in the head, and JT in the lower head.
So I was saying to myself, one of the coach will take him off at second half and, so ensure that we don't play one shot. But kudos to him. He hold his own and he managed the game well, and he didn't. He's away tackling neither. He's still winning his tackling, but I guess
if he could do that after getting that yellow card so early, that means he could tweak his game and do the same thing that he did after yellow card and control himself. You know.
Okay.
I know he's a very intense player, and nothing wrong with that because you have to drive fear into your opponent.
Yeah, but not kill him.
And the timings, he does a bit half some of the time, you know.
So could they give him an excuse to say that he's coming from injury, so maybe his step is a little bit short, and maybe his step is too fast because he thought his step would have been short, but it turned out to be a little bit faster because that's what I saw in his face because he never knew that he reached the player so fast.
Listen, mate, that player play with his heart on his sleeve every time he put on the Jamaica shirt, or every time he played. That's how he plays.
So what do you think? So I think him should wear a short sleeve, not at all one.
Well, I just thank God that he finished the game and we didn't end up playing with 10 players. So he did a good job there. He controlled himself, you know. But this Jamaica team, we are short of an influence on the midfield. We don't have no creator, we don't have no playmaker, and that's what costing us. We need somebody who can influence the game, right? Somebody who can take control of the game within the midfield and tread those passes until we find that. Because yes, he had a makeshift with Latibodir, and at least Lambert is playing his normal role, right? So now Lambert seems like he's playing the back to backs because he's always a 2 penalty now. You know, he went ahead forward and created, you know, in 2 games, you know, right? So you look at Lati standing back and Lambert going backs to backs, right? But we need somebody who can dictate the midfield, man. That's what we're lacking. We're lacking that, and the coach need to manage the game better from the bench because he could have made changes earlier, right? If he's going to secure the one, bring in an additional defender, take off Bailey or somebody. Because Bailey wasn't doing much, you know.
Okay.
But I guess 1 point better than none. So we can build from there going forward. But I guess, and he's a brilliant coach, you know. Because when you listen or analyze things, you can see that he's seeing what's happening.
Okay.
But I guess those changes, he could have ring in changes to throw off the American getting into the game more and more, you know. But otherwise...
All right, bossy, because the panel full in, so I forget the people I'm in here. So
good job. I see you late last night, man.
Yeah, and you see me not sleep again. My lady and my kid in the pool, and I'll know makes me take my time to come and give the people the video because them asked for it. So I come out, so I sacrifice my pool day and there. You get me? Yes. So I do it, man, but I now come back later though. I'm tired. All right, yeah, man. People, I sacrifice my pool day, so if I get 350 likes, when they now see me back tomorrow. All right, so yeah, man. Let me get back. Show a curtain, boss. Pablo, I saw that you're trying to join, but turn the camera on so we can see who is in the background, and then you can come on. All right, because we saw that you have disconnected. We can't. Oh my God, man. We have yo, man, wicked, so man. People, I trust Stefan to call him because we're not no more calling people. The man in the stream and the man going to cuss me, you know. Stefan, good day, big boss.
Yeah, good day, big boss.
The man might beat me. The man might beat me on the panel.
I said to you. We know, no problem with that. I won't say that. So same thing I said to you earlier today, right? After we watched the game today, I didn't say we recreated any opportunity from open play. Right? I didn't see it.
No,
So,
we never did create any opportunity for Rio. That is true. That's exactly what I saw. Yeah.
So I did see that earlier to Algeria. For the most part, if USA had better players up front and even had a little better quality, easily we could have lost the game 3-1, 4-1. But I mean, moving forward, right? I'm more concerned with the creative attacking player that should be in the team. You understand me? Because Mikel Antonio didn't really get much of the ball. Demari Gray really impressed how we play for his debut. And my main concern is attacking the creative player in the middle of the park. Right? And we choose to carry some players over other players. So that's just my main concern.
All right.
Right? So I will see how the team progresses during the tournament. The coach is saying that he wants the team will grow in the tournament, but we'll see. But that's my main concern, Jay.
All right. So we're gonna chop up where you say we're gonna chop up like the points them now and then jump into it, all right? Because me I try finish off the stream, but the man not give me a chance. The man no I'm going about my business. Them say me can't swim and a bath pan me having on my backyard. Yo, the man them disrespectful, you. I said I need a floaty in the pool. Oh my god. All right, big boss, big up yourself, all right? All right, yeah. So that was Stefan, yeah man. So let me get back. So we have Shara Curtain Boss in the team, and we have Dima J, we have Odin, and we have Rain Scorpion trying to come on. The Texas man, fix your phone and come on because we only have 30 minutes. So Shara Curtain Boss, Dima, if you want to continue to finish your point, do that, please. All right, and then we can get Shara Curtain Boss in and Odin and Rain Scorpion back. Go on.
Yeah man. So I was at 6, right? Oh, by the way, I know him just mentioned so we never create a chance on open play. Like some of them start to kind of overrated for me. Like for me, the play where Leon Bailey mess up and never play the true pass or a pass to Gray or Antonio. But
that was entry. That's an entry. So it's not an open chance. It's an entry.
But may I say, like Messi will create some chances who could have make an attempt at goal.
Man, we created entries. Probably get 3 entries that if he had a better cross, it would have turned into an actual open chance.
Yeah, so it's like even when Antonio did 1-on-1 and try cut it cross into the box for somebody when he could have kicked a goal. Like some of them things for me, like when them say we never create no chance from open play, kind of make it look like so we never do nothing, if you understand what I mean. But yeah, so number 6 was the absence of Daniel Johnson and some of the selections from the coach. I believe, like everybody I mentioned, we need that player in the field for control the ball and try to play the passes together. And for me, Daniel Johnson is the man to do that. I was very surprised that he didn't start the game. While Lambert did well, I didn't think that he was horrible in the game or nothing. I thought he actually did well. DJ would have been my preference just because of especially how we started the game in terms of trying to attack them with a try pressing on the first half and all of that. And then the tactical decision to try and sit back and protect the 1-0 lead and come out lackluster in the second half from that. I'm not sure if it was a coaching ploy or them just decide to do that. But me I go and say the coach say, yo, make we defend the 1 love. Yeah. So I think that was a takeaway for me.
But Dima, he said it's not him trying to defend the 1 love. It's them that naturally go back. Yeah, he said they just naturally go back in their shell because the penalties never scored and they never gone up 2. And naturally they start to just go back. So him just thinks it's just a normal human reaction. That's what I think. But I support what you said here. But I think it's the players them do it on his own. I don't think it's him telling them to go back in a deeper line,
Well, I mean, I don't see no press anymore. Second half, I don't see nothing. They seem kind of coaching to me. But hey, if him say him never tell them to do that, then
the interviews are on the channel. It's on the channel. Once you come off, you can see both of them.
I'll go and watch them afterwards. Yeah. And so mega take off because me I get a whole heap of beating for the Latibodier thing.
Oh yeah.
So because like me say, going forward and passing the ball for me, he was horrible, and that was my takeaway. But because him stats did so good in terms of defensively, and that was his role, mega scratch him off.
Yeah, but you gave a creditable thing, and then you said maybe we actually found a defensive central as well. Both in Lambert and him. So yeah, it's a positive.
So scratch him off. And may I put it to the fact that we didn't beat this team is a big takeaway for me. It's very disappointing. Boss, me never expect nothing from that game here. But it's when I see the team and how them look and how them play. The USA team ain't no good. The man them no good, brother. We're supposed to have
it's hard for we to come here and say the man is not good, They look better than
good. Brother, Mount
He
Hey,
must.
Pleasant could have beat the USA team there. Mount
So
Pleasant
hey,
could have beat them on the topper.
Demo, listen, Mount Pleasant could have been. No, Demo, you're
On
gonna
the
get
topper
beat.
could have beat
What you say?
boss.
Demo, what you say?
Boss, the man,
Mount
JD,
Pleasant
me
could
say me
beat
watch
what?
the game and the man them no good boss. So that's a big takeaway from you. Should have beat that team there.
Demo,
The man
Demo, I'm
them
very sorry, Demo. If you put this team in the JPL, then beat everybody 10-0, Demo. Me have to decide. What you say?
JD, listen to me. Me say the team is not good, boss. The man them no good. Me I watch the thing and me I say, I want USA team this. Like me not understand. The man them just no look. Me no know. Them
So,
no look.
Demo, answer this because we have facts here now, Demo. We get chance to see these Jamaican teams, you know. Demo. So you tell me say that your United States were play last night worse than Violet AC and Pacific FC from Canada. That's what you're telling me. Because them team that
I'm
beat up
telling you that Mount
players, you
Pleasant
know.
on the topper.
Yeah.
I'm telling you that Mount Pleasant on the topper would have beat the team, brother. So the quality of players that this Jamaica
Mount
team
Pleasant.
have, with no fair draw with them, brother. With no fair draw with them. So that's my takeaway. And the last one, number
So Demo,
7.
no. Before I give you the last point, Demo. So what if USA go on to win this tournament? What you gonna say about the region?
Brother, this USA cannot win this World Cup. If all things
USA
equal and a
cannot
team
win.
here play the whole thing, them cannot win the World Cup. Me can put money on that. Me can sell my house.
Demo, please don't sell a house. Demo, them win it with teams as well. Where we say them not gonna win nothing. See, my Demo, please don't put your house up on it.
don't bet your
The team
house,
with
brother.
Pepe,
Don't do
the
that.
team with Pepe and them team they way better than that team we see last night, brother.
The last team never had Pepe in it. The last team never had Pepe, right?
The last
They had
team
Zardes and no, they had Zardes and they had
them man, the Zardes and them man,
DK.
them not talk.
Yeah.
Them way better than the team we played last night, boss.
All right. But please don't put your house on it. Don't put your house on it because that 3 times the man do it with a subpar team, Demo. So please don't put your house on it, bossy.
We can FedEx you my house key right now.
Oh,
Put money on it, brother. This USA team is garbage, bro. They're not good.
So
Seriously.
Demo, if they're not good, Demo, and them dominate the game, and we barely should have come off with an actual win. What you have to say about that then?
No, but that's the point. That's why it's such a massive takeaway, because the quality of our team should not be drawing with this team. That's why it's a big takeaway for me. And then that's gonna lead to number 7.
All right.
Leon Bailey, bro. Like me, brother, I'm here probably one of the first man come on YouTube, come call out the brother there, you know? Brother, when the man put on a Jamaica shirt, the man look like Yaya Sunogo from Arsenal. The man is horrible. He is the first time I bring it up, I ask somebody to tell me 3 good games Leon Bailey have for Jamaica. Nobody can tell me 3. Zine, then him handlers them come out and knock me on Facebook and I say, oh, I not understand the game and all of these things, and the coach him there blame Tapper at the time. Now I play to him and all of these things. I'm like, bro, but when Leon Bailey have the ball and I try dribble past a man, him can't even dribble past a man. What that have to do with Tapper? When him a try make a 5-yard pass and it a go way wide, that not have nothing to do with Tapper. What that have to do with Tapper? The man is horrible in a Jamaican shirt. And for me, my takeaway number 7, he should not be starting for Jamaica anymore. We move past the man. The man highlights a 2 salad, which was a brilliant play, by the way, because he win with the free kick. Zine, that was the man takeaway. Like everybody has said throughout, missing a penalty, anybody can miss a penalty. But that rebound, brother, the goal empty. Your handler say you don't have no weak foot. No weak foot in your hand.
I was waiting on someone to come up with that. These men always have 2 good foot, but yet still them can't use the 2 good foot them. I don't understand. That's some false advertising. That's some very much false advertisement. Them always sell them people. People go ahead, because
the man have no weak foot. The ball wide open. The ball drop on your right foot and you skew it wide, and you don't have no weak foot. Bro, we have passed Leon Bailey, and like I said, the missed penalty for me wasn't the biggest thing. The rebound, him for score that. Zine. Then him a dribble down when we dip on the break. The first turn we make, it was necessary because it allowed the runners them to come. I think it was Antonio and Gray. The runners them join you, and you still a spin like give before you pass the ball. When we have a clear breakaway, just pass the ball, bro. Like what am I do? The man is so annoying in a Jamaican jersey, brother. Every time I say it, from ever since. And people him handle always attack me for no reason at all.
But Dima, I will go one better. I don't think he does nothing better for Aston Villa either. It's the same going forward, lack
Bro,
of
at least
positioning and
no,
passing.
Jay.
But
At
he
least the
does
man
good tracking
score
back, so I
goal.
have to give credit, and he score goals. But he plays 50 more games, 50 more times the games, Dimo. So he doesn't play 33 games for Jamaica. He plays 3 games for Jamaica, so it's different, Dimo. So
What
so it's the same
what is
thing.
his what is his sofa score saying? Come I can't
His
see it.
super score, he's one of the poor rated players. He one of the poorest rated. He has a 6.4, and it's solely because he spent almost the entire game. Yes, he has the poorest, one of the poorest rating. Mikel Antonio have a 6.2, and he has a 6.4. So they are the two worst players on the field.
Who forget rated more than Antonio?
Because maybe through Antonio fighting for scraps, and obviously maybe his passes has
Bro,
not been connected.
at
That's
least
why.
Antonio there hold up the ball, brother. Bro, me no get it. But so that I'm a number 7 takeaway.
Yeah, Antonio completed more. Well, okay, go ahead. Yeah, man. Finish up a point. Finish up a point.
No, yeah,
We will
me just to
put them.
say, that was 7. We move past Leon Bailey starting for Jamaica right now. Um, we have to try him off of the bench or a new position or something because it's just horrible. Like the
Yeah, but then
man,
put him in a new position, Demo. Then put him in a new position for him actually do something on the field because then put him in a central forward behind the player. So then put him in there, for purposely release the defensive stress from him, And then we
yeah,
still are complaining at the end of the day, So what more we can truly say then?
yeah,
Because if we give him a free roll and then at the
mm,
free roll we are complaining about him, what we are gonna say now?
yeah, man. Him need to go up on the bench and watch a game and then come on and try to impact the game off the bench. Maybe that's what he needs. I can't take Vasily and Bailey no more. And that missed penalty really the rebound to really cost us. I thought we would have gone on to win the game because, like I said, the US team horrible. I don't think that they were good. And if we did score that, we definitely win the game.
All right, so that's Demo. So what we're gonna do now, guys, because we don't have any time, I have 30 more minutes. We have a lot of people on the channel, so we're gonna give everybody a say, and we can just have a conversation for 30 minutes. All right. Sorry that you guys never get your full entry, but everybody have to just get involved and give their say because my pool day, when people say I can't swim, and also I think it's just because I'm a wife and my kid out there. I'm gonna spend one whole night away from my family. And then you guys want to take a next half a day again from a family. So I can't do that, So I have to just do the half an hour more. All right, people, please do understand. All right, because me don't want to get beat up. All right. So, anyways, we have Courtney Boss in the building. We have Martin. We have Pelpa. We have CC, the mogul. According to him, I don't know why he always have these exceptional names. Huh? And then we have the super shot them to come in. All the super shots will be read out at once. So don't worry yourself, guys. We have not figured it. We have not lost the super chat. So let me get into it. Let me do this. All right. Sean Ellis. I think we're going to just bring up everybody on the screen. All right. So this is the amount of people. So let me bring in Short Court the boss. Short Court the boss. Get in on the action. Then we just get everybody in action after that.
Yeah, you hear me?
Yeah, man, Short Curtain boss.
Yeah. You know, me write down my thing, so I just run. Me not go too go in there. I just run down my points them fast. See? Alright. So the first one, I think watching the games where Jamaica always play against US and Mexico. I think the refs for me always bias, and this is the next game for that. The refs. Yeah, I think that at this game adds to that to referee. I think they have some bias when other, especially when Jamaica playing against USA and Mexico for some reason. That's one. But I got to elaborate more on it. Andre Blake, number 2. Andre Blake still shows him still ready for the thing and him still up and running and him have it in him see me despite him aging. That's a 2. 3. Low show that fighting spirit that we are look for in every player, and him showed say him improve a bit. That are three. Four. Demari shows that he's class and he fits in well to our thing, and he shows that he adds a lot of quality to our team. Uh but our 4-5, I think the 4-4-2 formation. I don't think it gives us much in the mid pitch area, and I think we're working too hard. The
Formation.
4-4-2 is not, yeah, the 4-4-2 formation. I don't think it's really for us. Given the players that we have now, we don't have the players to play the 4-4-2, the box-to-box players. We don't have the wide. I have comes trying to play the 4-4-2, the central midfielder. We have defenders trying to play that role, you know. But
Yes.
6 Latibo there really looks good playing doing his defensive role. It doesn't look much good attacking wise. But defensive wise, I think we found, you know, though he's a centre back playing that role, the defensive role that he plays, and the interceptions and the tackles. I think he looks well and bodes well for us in that CDM area. If we are to play a 4-2-3-1, he looks really good in that defensive area, and shows some quality there in terms of tackling. Passing not so good. And once I'm gone, I think about 5. I think 6. Leon Bailey, I think he's still pushing himself. He's putting too much pressure on himself, and I don't think he needs to do that as much. No, he's still putting too much pressure on himself. He's causing that on himself, and with that being said, I think the pressure that he puts on himself, I think it's overwhelming him right now. True to be told,
Okay.
and it's
All
affecting
right.
his game. I think he's putting too much pressure on himself, and I think but not about honest. We know so when on the chemistry. I was at least expecting a draw. I wasn't expecting this US team to beat us. I was at least expect without chemistry, without everything else. I would just say individual talent. I was at least expecting a draw, and I got that. So I'm not really worried. I think we'll go in the tournament with few tweaks, and you know the guys getting into it. So that, and my 7 point, I think Lembe show up for it. I swear that young youth there, I think him really sure we say we have something good going forward in terms of the right back there. And he only can improve from here going forward.
Let me keep
So
so.
that's, yeah, I wasn't expecting much on the team. I mean, I heard people talking about the US team. I remember US have a system, you know. And I think most of these players that came, I think they know the system already, and they can see. Even if you watch the Nations League game, I don't think this team is any different from that team, despite the quality. I think the system shows that they have a system and it's working for them. So that I was expecting not much than not less than a draw, and we did that. I mean, we should have won the game, but it was the days I won the last the game, so that's not so bad. But I wasn't expecting us to lose, and that never happened. So that's it for me, basically. Not to
All right.
me and nothing else.
Yeah, man, but you made some good points. All right, so let me bring in who we have Sean Ellis said he wants to make 1 point. So we're gonna make him make his point, and then we'll just move on to others that have more points. So Sean Ellis, make a point so we can just move on to the others, please. How are you doing? Good morning, good afternoon. Yeah.
Hey, Anna diligence and service, because Mayor 64 Spanish told me where they come from. I don't know if that is correct or not, but if it is,
I am not from there, but I usually attending stats for real. But I am from Jungle and Walton Park Road. But I am from the vicinity. Yeah.
wait, wait. So your stats epaulet fake like your Jamaican passport. How happened?
All right, yeah. So, do so much research for me. You see them people. A football will come to talk about it. And stop watch up my life.
They might try to say agent or something, I guess.
Boy, me ear said this man is AI. He's not real. He is AI. But yo, I didn't have 7 points, but while you guys were talking, I was kind of quickly putting together 7. I don't think I get 7, but I really came to mention this Leon Bailey stuff. All right,
Mm-hmm.
check it out, right? Leon Bailey is a Premier League player.
whether he is living up to his standards or not, I believe we can all agree that he is a Premier League player. All right.
Mm.
Second, secondly, if we have a Premier League player in our Jamaican national team, and every time he shows up, he underperforms, are you telling me that the fix and the remedy is to bench that Premier League player? That is absolutely ridiculous.
But Sean, the problem is we have 7 other Premier League players. And that you not
Hold on,
realize.
hold on. Do we have 7 other Premier League players that can replace Leon Bailey?
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
yes,
Yes.
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 No,
I'm
no,
comfortable
no.
with that.
Wait, hold on. No, in this Jamaica game, in this USA game, do we have
Yes.
7 or
No, we not
did
have
we have?
7 could have replaced him because we only have 2 who are playing at the position as him. But the 2 who are playing at the position could have replaced him. Bobby Reed and Damari Gray could have replaced him in this game. Is that fair to say or not?
Here's the point. No, because I believe that he is a better player in the position that they are. But here's the point. If you have a Premier League player, right? Or if you have any player, I mean, it could be a Manning Cup player, a playing in the Manning Cup. See, if you have a player who is playing below his expected level or standard, you don't say this player is trash and bench the player. What you are supposed to do is actually point a finger to the coach and say, Coach, why aren't you bringing out the best of this player? So I don't blame Leon Bailey because some of the things that I saw last night, I'm not
Mm-hmm.
only going to blame the player, I'm going to blame the coach because when Leon Bailey missed the penalty, see, and then it was around, I don't remember what minute of the game it was. I think it was around the 57th or 58th when he had that first pass where he was over dribbling and he took
I think it
the
was the
shot
end. It
instead
was
of
the end.
passing the ball.
It was the end. It was the end of the first half, around 45
Yes,
minutes. Or the end, yeah.
yes. So when he took that long shot instead of passing the ball, as a coach, I would have pulled him aside and said, look, you done missed the penalty already. Don't overcompensate to make up for that penalty because all you're going to do is miss more chances. And he did it not only
JD,
once,
I'm sorry.
he did it.
No, no, hold on. You're on a good part. I know I respect his part because obviously
Yeah.
he's showing us different points.
Yeah.
But
Hold
listen
on.
to this. Listen to this, Sean. The problem is with Jamaica. Jamaica don't have the same setup as everybody else. Go back into the 80s. From the 80s coming up till now, we have a problem with locals and overseas players in the team, whether you want to admit it or not. Right, that is a fact.
JD, 1 second, JD, 1 second. Tell the people in the comment section saying I'm here talk, please, because them say me
No,
a drink too much.
and
What
a
they say? Please.
Sean Ellis attack, a Sean Ellis attack. What we're gonna do then, we're gonna put it to the side, and anyone stalking, we're gonna put them there. That's why I wanted the cameras on. But for today, yeah. But finish your point, Sean Ellis. Finish your point because I just have a problem when you're saying that he could not be benched. I think him being benched show a better signal to the actual team to say that nobody is bigger than the team, and we are going in this as a unit. Rather than
JD,
I would agree with you, blame the coach for not taking him off the field or tell him, say, listen to me, man. You make one mistake already, you make 2 mistakes already. The 3rd mistake, you can't make it again. Enough is enough. I
but
All right.
respect that, but him
but
can be
JD,
substituted.
JD, I'm
I
not
wonder
saying,
if you
hold on.
realize what he's saying.
No. I'm trying to attack. He said a lot of things, but I don't want to base it off one because he never tried to say one thing.
Let me make one correction that you said regarding my point. I never said he cannot be benched. That's not what I am saying. He can be benched. Any player can be benched. Because as a coach, all right, so I am saying that when he missed the penalty and he started to overcompensate, meaning
Mm-hmm.
him feel say, boy, him a go take the team on him shoulder and kind of make up for the missed penalty. And it only went from bad to worse. If I, as a coach, pull them to the side and say, look, you done missed the penalty already, so don't over dribble, don't overcompensate, just play your game. If he doesn't listen to what I am saying, then I'm taking him off and might not even play him the next game. So I'm not saying that he is above getting benched What I am saying that the fix for a player who is playing below their standard is not to bench the player. The fix is for you as a coach to bring out the best in that player.
Okay, all right. But and you're not looking at say we have 11 players on a field, and no, Jamaica is blessed with a time with a no. You have to factor that in. We are blessed with more than enough players. So why is it the fix is not to bench a player? When it's not like we have one to rely on. We have many to use.
Good question. Good question. Good question. Let's pretend here. We have 23 persons in the Jamaican squad. Seen? 23 persons. And they are all 23 Premier League players. Okay? That's the first assumption. 23 Premier League players. First assumption. Second assumption, let's pretend or assume that the 23 Premier League players are playing below standard. What do? You bench all 23 and go find a new 23?
No, if the 23 playing below standard, that simply means the coach doing something wrong or something wrong with the preparation.
That's not gonna happen, bro. That's not gonna happen.
Yeah, Sean, that is extreme, Sean. That is extreme. That don't happen in no team ever in history.
Yeah, that's impossible. That's impossible. What he's basically saying is we're supposed to be a player. When it comes to critical situations like this, we're not being anybody. If you're not up to the standard, it's not the coach job. He performed bad under previous coaches. The coach got beaten. But in this specific situation, it's the player himself. He's doing too much. Pass the ball when it's time to pass. If you can't score a penalty, give it to somebody else. Like simple stuff that you should already know how to do. The coach is not gonna tell you that. What should happen is he should set you aside, put somebody else on. When after the game, they can have the after game preview. The coach can point out where you went wrong throughout the game. It's not he doesn't have time to fix you during the game. You're supposed to work on yourself along with the coach after the game. So this whole thing and then you're saying this extreme point. Oh, if the whole team is performing below par, that's impossible unless we hire somebody from Bush for coach the team or something like that. That's the only scenario I could even think. Even if they hire somebody from Bush and with 23 Premier League players, at some point the team is gonna step up because the players are professional enough to get to a certain point. I'm not buying this thing where people are trying to be this player. The team is supposed to be winning games. I don't care about being anybody or fixing them. What I want to see is win. We need a trophy. What I want to see the team do is winning, moving forward together. We're not focused on any individual player. One player alone cannot take the team forward. So I'm over this whole situation where people are trying.
But look at Odion. The best way to put it. Sean, look at it, Sean. United States yesterday. You heard the coach's mentality. You heard the difference from Hallgrimson. He said their system, their system, what they wanted to play, they saw it going through fruitful in the first half. So they never needed to change anything. They just need to keep a calm head and then keep on injected fresher legs in it. So they believe that what they have already figured that out. They just need to pick and plug and play right there. But for Sean and also the coach, it's more like individuals as well. So are we thinking on an individual basis? Are we trying to perfect our system? Because we keep on saying that we don't have a system, Sean. So what say you to that?
All right. So we need a system over everything. Seen, but as far as I am concerned, Jamaica is never going to have a football system. You see
Jesus.
me? And here is why. No. All right. So we can kind of come off of this Leon Bailey thing because we are
we're talking about systems now, we don't.
Jamaica is never going to have a football system. You know why? It takes money, time, and other resources to build a football system. You know that the football system that USA has now is or should be credited to Klinsmann. Klinsmann is the one who the system that USA has now. So even when the system that he created kind of derail a little bit and they had a problem with him. Guess what they did? They kicked him out, but they still had his system. As far as I am concerned, Jamaica does not have the leadership, resources, time, and money, or even the patience to build a system. I would love for us to have one day, but based on how the country and the federation is projecting and just their mentality, I don't see Jamaica developing a system because a system is a grassroots thing where you are training players and developing players and molding players before age 10. And what Jamaica do is that before every tournament, it could be an under 10 tournament. They get players together 2 weeks before the tournament, and then even when they do perform good, you don't hear about them. They don't transition to the next level. So with that type of mentality, we are never going to have a system. So yes, a system is always going to be your best 23. Always. All right? That's all I have to say, Bridget.
All right.
And service. I'm out.
Yeah, man. Respect and thanks, man. So respect and thanks. And definitely join us back on the next stream when we have more time. I'm going to have more open panels and I'm going to fix the calling system. All right? Yeah, man. So respect and thanks, Sean. All right. So we have Martin. Martin, give your point, Martin, because we only have 15 more minutes to go on demo. And Odin had some points as well. Carla, so Martin, go ahead, Martin. Give your point, what you saw in the game yesterday. We're not hearing you, Martin. We are not hearing you at all. All right, look at Martin had some problems. Dimo, you have any final points?
Bro, I just listen. I still see people after the Sean attack I say me attack and how much Butler pay me and these. Bro,
fix it, fix it. Dimo, please, no go off, big boss. Fix it, tell him, son, you.
Because it was so ridiculous the points that were made. I don't really want my name to get ascribed to them things there. The years and millions of decades of football happening.
People, let me stand up for Dimo. No, stand up for Dimo sound wrong in a Jamaican language. Let me say this. Dimo is one of the man who born with Mr. Butler from day one. May I tell you, from the first day I know Dimo born with Mr. Butler, and actually he was right. I tell you, from day one, him stand up from day one for everybody.
Really, please. I know that's the point. I know that may argue. I mean, them can say that, but I know that may argue. But to ascribe me to the comments that he was saying, me can't, brother. From football exists, players that are not playing well get benched. What is this nonsense about you can't bench Bleely? What? But you don't. That's not the way to get the best out of him, man. You blame the coach. You blame the coach for the man miss a rebound 3 yards out from a penalty kick. Where the coach supposed to do? Hold him foot and put the ball in the back of the net. We mean you blame the coach? Like Leon Bailey is a professional footballer. We mean you blame the coach or for step put him aside and say to him, don't put the penalty miss on top of you. What? Bro, we need to stop doing this, bro. The man is a professional footballer playing at the highest level in the Premier League. We mean you blame the coach for these things. The man to get benched, watch the game and probably have a better perspective when him see the game and play, and when him come on, him can impact the game better. Don't tell me no nonsense, but that's like he's a Premier League player. Okay, we have other. For me, even Kaim Paris can replace him. I'm not even have to go into the Premier League players of Bobby Reed and play Kaim Paris. Like, you're not going to know until you try. This nonsense.
So what about the big star as well? Your big star. Why don't we mention a big star could replace him? Because that's what I would. Yeah. Your big star could have replaced him as well too. Yeah.
But not even you want to mention the whisper thing because they know there's another Phoenix man. And I don't really want, what we just say, bro.
It's a player that we could have saw something from as well too.
I mean, me agree. Yeah, appreciate the choir. I agree.
We have time for it because of what I'm not doing.
Yeah, man, it was just ridiculous. I mean, everybody have their own opinion, but for me, that was a very ridiculous opinion.
It's crazy. When man basically says Bailey is God and he cannot be benched. That's basically what I get from what he was saying. Every other team, every other national team, whether it be club, if a player is not living up to the standard, they put somebody else on. It's up to the player to realize where he's making the decision. If me as a player within myself know say I'm not performing up to standard, may I ask the coach for bench me? Zine, may I come out and say, yo, coach, just make me build back or give somebody else a run. That's how it's supposed to be done. But it's like people don't want to talk about it, or if we talk about it, oh, it's the coach. It's the coach. So basically what they want to do is fire the coach already and then hire somebody else. And if him still not perform, oh, I the coach again, fire the coach there, hire next coach. It's just crazy. It's always an excuse. We are beyond the point of
Again, a
excuse.
certain man run Jamaica. Me tell you, a certain man run in a Jamaican football. It's a I want about the corrupted society. Believe me.
It's crazy.
Yep.
It's like, do we want to win? Do we want to have a trophy? Like,
Nah.
what are we actually trying to accomplish? What are we trying to accomplish as a small footballing nation? We have players. We can go places. It's these people with some crazy mindset and it's like them living an alternate universe. Like, it's like sometimes I say, okay, let me build back and listen to what he's saying and try to have an open mind and see things differently. But even when I do that, I still realize what I'm trying to convince myself to do is become crazy, just like a lot of these people, and I refuse to do that.
It's not gonna be audience. It's not gonna happen. Believe me, you're in the same boat as me. It's not gonna happen. We have Martin. We want to give Martin a take because we only have 8 more minutes. 3 hours. We are going, guys. Make sure we're on 300 likes. So if you haven't hit the like button as yet, very easy to do. We need around 30 more likes. So get it over 300 so we can get the visibility. Share the video around because it's a strong conversation. Some of you won't like, and some people said opposite. Sean came in, said opposite. We said opposite. So still a conversation. Umza said effing Cristiano Ronaldo was benched. Yes, he never took it good. Andrew said Bailey play better when he comes off the bench for Villa. Let's try it in the national team as well. Southcry says Bailey need to be sent to Phoenix. Jesus God. These man will not change. Morgan come in when oh my God, the man them a turn up. As me I try end the stream. End the stream, bloods. All right, guys, stop pressuring the coach. No, I think it was not the man. One person came here and pressure the coach. You get me? Anyways, so bringing Martin and then we're bringing CC the mogul because we cannot not give CC an opportunity to speak. So Martin, go ahead. And CC coming. Okay, you'll do a baby issue. All right, then CC, go ahead. Boy, the man callous in Jamaica and telling you, Jesus God.
Yeah, man. So what me say is that shucks. Yeah. So what I was saying is that it's just crazy in terms of like what the reaction I think people did have going into the game because everybody that thinks the game was going to be.
CC have a baby come to us, huh? CC, these guys, why are they on the streams, but they have so much daughters and sons and
JD, let me send a quick piece.
Yeah, go ahead, Martin. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. I'm big up the panelists on the chat. Yeah, man. Low man after match for me, man. The man they everywhere, man. I have to give him respect. The man, me see the man in a midfield. Me see the man a forward. Me see the man a defend. Me see the man stop how much lane because.
No, man, JD.
Hold on, CC. Hold on. Martin attack now. Remember some of him baby issue. And yeah, give me a little time and then you come in, CC.
Yeah, man. So JD, to be honest, those stop about 3 to 4 true pass, JD, because if them true pass they get through, man. Thank God say US striker them never depend them game. To be honest, that's why I believe say if Bailey did make Antonio take the penalty, JD, we have to watch the game because we see say US strikers was poor on the night. So I believe say made that up the 50% from here 50 to at least 70 because of US striker they made a finish. As you can see, the man them get too much big chances. Them never go finish. Them never did I go finish for night. So if we have that today, to be honest, who would I might bring across the line based on how US have finished the game. With the finishing when them get the chance. But Lowe, man of the match for me, man. Big up Andrew Blake too. Show us yeah, him are the captain in step up in perform, and this when me come to Bailey now. Cause Bailey me company now because me say if anybody come by any stream say Bailey play good, them man I don't care about Jamaica, and care about nothing about Jamaica, Me say that from last night from the game done, Anybody were in a chat come on any stream where different Bailey about this performance, do not love Jamaica, brother. And that's factual and that's true, brother. You see me? Because upon Mexico match, at the same time we go through Mexico, man, the man performed so poorly and the man carried over in the USA match. You see me? He performed so poorly. But at that time I say hopefully we can get something against Trinidad. So big up, Cardi baby.
All right. Yeah, man, big boss. Take your time. CC, finish your statement, because Martin the Gallis. Go ahead, CC. Gallis 3. We can't say 2. So Gallis 3. Go ahead, do it, big boss.
Man. Yo, what me say is the thing about the game last night. I don't think I'm not gonna bash Bailey or any of the forward players, but I think Bailey to me should be a winger primarily. I don't think we have a number 10 in the team. I don't even think we have somebody capable of playing number 10 right now in the squad. So we lack creativity.
No, man, Daniel Johnson is a number 10. He is a natural number 10.
So then in the team. But here's the problem. We have to sacrifice somebody, JD. And that's
and that was the problem. They never want to sacrifice none of the big names them.
Yeah, man, that's where the coach are going wrong. You have to go sacrifice somebody. Because I think either if I look at it, I'm going to sacrifice Leon Bailey. Because Demar Gray come in. When I bring Demar Gray if he come here, come sit down on the bench. And you see a lot of time Demar was out of the game in the second half because he has nobody to bring the ball up or bring the ball towards him. So even though he's making a lot of great runs, it doesn't make any sense because he's not getting the ball. There's nobody bringing the ball or carrying the ball to make any decisive or incisive passes. We have to go to the drawing board and think about sacrificing somebody in order to facilitate playing a number 10 in the game, because a number 10 is necessary. You need somebody who can collect the ball from the back, bring forward the ball, and rotate something there. Yeah, we have somebody we are trying to recycle possession, but recycling possession doesn't make any sense if you're not doing anything with it. And this thing about possession football, people for understand. No, I don't subscribe to having 60% of the ball. I subscribe to what do you do with the percentage that you have.
Yes. Jamaica had 38%. What we do with the 38%?
Exactly. So it's like a man have three orange, and then he's not doing anything with the 3 orange. He just the dance spoil, and you will decide to give him 3 more orange. So it's Jamaica that nowhere. The man them have 37%. We want them to get 60%, but they're doing nothing with 37%. That shows us that they are supposed to be getting 50 and 60% of the ball. Them not with limited approach. The thing is, let me tell you, JD, Jamaica to approach a game like this. In majority of the games we're going up against, like Mexico, or if we're going up against Mexico, USA, those teams, we are going to be second fiddle in possession. So when I'm going there thinking that we're going to win the possession game, we're going there to win the game itself. So if we get 4 touches out of 10 of the ball, then we may utilize the 4 out of 10 touches. What do? We create an opportunity, a goal scoring opportunity. 2 out of the 10, 2 out of the 4. So that's 50% of the time when we have the ball. So we have the ball 40% out of the 37% out of the 6 out of the 100. And then with that 37%, 20% of the time, we are trying to create 50% of that 37%. We are creating opportunities rather than when we get the ball. The percentage is just because 2 teams are play. JD, 2 teams are play. That means one team can't have 100% of the ball. Somebody else will get a piece of the ball. But I mean, in terms of the attacking play, we need to sacrifice somebody to have We need to sacrifice someone to have a attacking midfield player playing in the game. Daniel Johnson is on the bench. That doesn't make any sense. In hindsight, right now, Ravel, the situation with Ravel, if Ravel is not fit, I can understand, right? So I just need, if Ravel is not fit, that's a different scenario. But I don't know how you not pick Ravel in the team. I don't know how you find you're picking a team. Ravel to
Because he's
me
not
is like,
fit.
remember when we had Jeremy and you, JD? Remember when we had Jeremy and you, and we were seeing Jamaican teams get picked without Jeremy and you. That's the situation we have right now. Because Jeremy at the time was the only person who, in terms of passing ability at the time, are holding up. So that's the person we'd look for. So with Ravel now not being in the team, like we have to genuinely know, say probably I gonna say the man not fit or anything like that. It cannot be because him not really playing a game. Because Jamaica can't use them kind of excuse there. You have to just say, oh man not fit now and that. Mere people are say, oh, Whisper could have come in the game and change the game or something, but
Well, no, nobody ever said that. Oh God, nobody ever said that.
and I
Those
thought,
Jamaican people alone. Yeah, those Jamaican people alone say that in Jamaica. Nobody else said that.
no, somebody doesn't.
We were saying that. Me think he would have to actually look like he might do something else. Yeah, me just feel like he might do something better. I honestly believe he might do something better. That's all. Much we never say nothing from him. Bailey, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But nobody never say him go sure he come in and do something better.
Oh,
but
yeah,
I think he would have done something better. Does his
This is
attitude be different?
This is off topic. Quickly, JD.
Yeah, but people remember my need for going in man at 3 hours in a man, so they will take 5 more minutes and done 5 more minutes,
Yeah,
not even 1 second or 5. My family might cost me, you know. Yeah, what if I ball, you know?
One question for you on CC, JD. One question for you on CC. And then I think regarding the referee situation, can JFF file a complaint or something, because it's always the same issue every time. Where
Oh, do you know much more complaint? We filed a complaint the last time about Damian Lowe, but we should have got a red card and Javian Brown in the same game. How much more complaint we want?
No,
the
that's
same.
not.
It should get
JD,
sent
that's
up
not.
as well.
But
JD,
even in
that's
this
not
game,
what I
JD.
mean. I'm talking about even the treatment of trying to get Latibadier off the field, and he's in the player fierce, almost a push the man, like stuff like that. Really unprofessional. They don't do it to any of the other teams. That's why I'm asked.
All right, let's see people are complain. Let me just go through the super chats that I got. So I'm make sure read the people super chat. All right. Yes, people, please hit the like button, share, and subscribe. All right. So or Ozan Kobak says JD, me say big up to my brother Demo, please. Okay, so your Liverpool mate says big up. All right. Yes. Because he might bad me up here. USA starting team had 6 first team players. No, that's not true.
What?
That's not true, Andrew. You never saw United States first team. What you talk, Andrew? What you talking about? The only player on that team, which is a first team player, would have been the goalkeeper yesterday. Miles Robinson was off. Yedlin was not a first team player, and the left back was not a first team player. The midfield, them, Kate Cowell, all of them, no first team player. They are first team under 20 damn players. What you talking about, brother? Then we have a super sticker coming from Anthem. Anthem, massive respect, thanks for the continued support. And Tapper came in again with his comment right here. He says, Demo is correct. My Mount Pleasant team can walk through that USA team last night. Mount Pleasant would have run circles around that JAM team as well. Jesus God. Let me give Tapper 5 minutes of fame.
JD, tell Tapper say we are go. JD, tell Tapper say we are go see him in the Caribbean. So
yeah, we are gonna see him.
Yeah, we are go. Tapper, remember your word, Tapper. Make sure somebody click this picture this, because remember Tapper go play against Caribbean team, And remember say I'm also rather than the USA team, So Tapper,
people just don't like when people agree with me.
Tapper, they're gonna beat the brakes off of you.
But JD, you realize, you see, when I told the man them said the coach no win a game yet, and the fact say you know win a game. The last time we go to one game and we are lead down. Jordan, we not lead 1-0 and we lose.
Yeah. But CC, Jordan did not dominate they beat the hell out of Jamaica when Jamaica scored. CC, we have to be honest. All of them games, we're going to see we get to beat the hell out of, and we luckily win these games. I'm very sorry, but that's the way we are going to see CC.
Right
Yeah,
now,
go ahead.
right now, I feel like a Joseph here coach this team. Cause right now, I if Joseph would want to take up on what then call him? Take up on charity work and come coach Jamaica. Cause, but honestly speaking, though, JD, outside of Daniel Johnson, I think I don't want to sound like a scratch record, but I think we need two. We need two players. We need one. We need one number 6, and we need one other.
So we have 2 number 6 now. We don't find 2 number 6, brother.
Exactly. But JD, wait before
was this 2 number 6?
JD.
Yeah, go ahead, Dima.
Let me just something in the comment section. Let me just do you want to say before I go. I'm not gonna stay no more. Leon Bailey actually post on him Instagram same salad 2 man for you.
Yeah, and that's happened?
No, I see it in the chat, brother.
Oh, no, let me check Instagram. If I that him do, believe me, Jamaica culture gone to the dog. You get me? Because if I that alone they care about, you need to top play for the team. That's all I'm telling you. Let me look if I that him do. Let me try Leon Bailey. Let me look if I that him do. If I that him post, same salad 2 man, alright. Well, I that him reshare for real, yeah. But how this brother now? No shame.
No shame, bro.
No shame. No shame. Yeah, man. Me done too. Me give up. Them man, no shame. Yeah. Builds up. Yeah. So people, take care. Believe me, Jamaican society and football, boys, does not real life.
Jerry, let me say one quick thing. I say all the people when talk about for Jamaican don't talk to themselves. Liam Bailey is not my Jamaican poster boy because Liam Bailey don't show nothing as poster boy. Me know that. So only big up on yourself, Jerry, and big up CC. Liam Bailey is not no Jamaica poster boy. Only stop. And Liam Bailey is no Messi. Only stop compare Liam Bailey to Messi and Christie. That's disrespectful, brother. Come on, different levels. Big up.
Yeah, man. Him not know, brother. Me done. Me give up. You know, Jamaica's culture is all about entertainment and nothing about factual thing. Because if that's what he thinks, yeah, man. Go ahead, big boss. And the done. Me done. Me give up. Me give up.
If you're not winning, though, bro, it's not entertainment. We're not winning, though. Well, JD, at this point, me just it was what they call it hope. About hope road believe right now.
Yeah, man. People don't follow Jamaican football if you take it serious, all right? If you want to just have a bill of vibes, you can follow Jamaican football. This is complete joke. Me done. Me give up. If me did see this early, would even start the stream. Me give up. All right?
When they say against Trinidad. But everything, as I said, JD, everything we have to pray, say with the pump. The thing is, I'm not going to blame the coach because man get penalty. I'm telling you this. This is what man get penalty, I miss penalty. But anyway, JD, cut off the stream. I eat this.
Yeah, man, I want to cut off the stream because I don't want to get beaten up, you know? Yeah, so people, take care. I want to take care of yourself. We will be the next stream when you come on to the next game, all right? Yeah, man, but take care of yourself. Have a positive day. Gonna try and get some swimming in, all right? Yes, take care, all right? Yes, in the towel, do what you want to do, brother. Them man have no conscience and them delusional as F. You understand me? Yeah, man. All right, take care, people. Bye-bye.